Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to Starfound. Welcome to hanging
Woo
out
woo.
with your favorite freaking weirdos ever. Um, I just
Oh, thank you,
decided for
Miles.
you. um, so welcome to Starfound Pod. We are an actual play. So I can hear someone. Someone's. Why can I double hear? Someone was listening to the stream. I can hear you.
That was me. That was me. I was hoping you wouldn't notice.
You
Could
all
you not
looked
tell
caught.
from Helena's mischievous cat face?
Everyone
like-
else was like, huh? And she was like, All right. So we are an actual play podcast of the tabletop role-playing game Starfinder, which is a space fantasy podcast of epic proportions, and made by Paizo Inc. And so we have been doing this for quite a while now. We have a season and now probably a half of content that you can find on Spotify, on iTunes, a couple other places. So go check it out after the stream if you have not already. If you have and you know where you are and you know what you're doing, welcome back. We're so glad you're here. And do we have anything interesting going on this week? Anything more than normal?
Well, Miles, I'll tell you. Nothing too crazy. I want to point out the two bars that you'll see on your screen. One is for tips over at streamlabs.com/Hearthsinger Games, where we at right now. So if you tip us there, and the link will come through the channel every so often. So if you don't know where it is, it'll stick around. It'll come around soon enough. If you want to support us or the things we do, that is a great way to do so. And down below that, you will also see a follower goal. When either of those fills up, we will give away some level up dice. Right now, for the top bar, for our tip bar giveaway, we are giving away a single precision aluminium D20. Oh, yes. And for the other one, I will be giving away a full set of raised blue, wait, what is it? Blue, not topaz, blue cat's eye, raised blue cat's eye, with like a sci-fi font, perfectly inspired by Starfinder. So those are what's at stake. So
Yo.
if you're new, stick around, join
Yo.
us.
I want
What?
to say, I mean, we're
I want those.
90 away from that tip goal.
I know.
If we hit that tip goal tonight, I'll also give either. You guys can vote in chat. We'll do a vote if we hit it. We'll either give them one great boon, which should I send it in chat? You know what? No, I'll send it in the Discord. Yeah.
The Discord.
I'll
I'll
them a
give you guys a
Discord.
link to the
The good
Discord.
thing or the bad thing,
Send
and you
boons!
can emote vote for which one you
Oh,
want them
God.
to get. But we gotta hit
I
that. We
hate
gotta
it.
hit that goal. All right.
Yeah.
it's
Can
in
we
God,
vote?
Mike,
And
and
we've
Gia
been
Miles.
we've been doing so well with our giveaways. We've given away altogether, I believe, two precision aluminium dice in the last week. So we've been living it up large
Really?
here, and I thank you
Oh, wow.
for that support, everybody. Yeah. From the bottom of my heart, we were able to pay for our cameras. I was able to do that, and then I was also able to pay for some games that people have been requesting for me to play. So those will be coming
Beautiful.
in content shortly. But we
Beautiful.
should get back into a game tonight.
I see Mum in the chat already. I'm super excited to see how this turns out. Ooh.
Oh, girl.
So far, only votes for the bad thing. All right.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
All right.
Well,
So
Oh, dear.
are we all ready? I'm GM Miles. I run Geeks for Good. You can find me streaming 5 days a week at twitch.tv/Geeks for Good, Monday through Friday at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Time, every weekday. And I also am the game master of this game, so I'll be running the story and guiding them along their paths, for better or worse.
Uh-oh.
Next.
Is it me?
I believe
Am
it's
I
you,
next?
Yeah.
All right. Hi, I'm Ann Richmond, aka Hearthsinger of Hearthsinger Games. It's your girl, your host. I'm on here at least 4 times a week.
Yes, you are.
All of my schedule is down below. We paint miniatures. We play Starfinder, because we're about to do it right now. We play with the community. We play Jackbox. We play Destiny. We play Sea of Thieves. so many options available to you several different times a week. And I've even been getting into doing watch with me's of Farscape using Twitch's new feature of having a watch party. So by all means, oh boy, we just got a subscription. Nick the Gin, thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Nice.
Nick.
Thank you. So there's a lot to see here. And it was just announced today, I will be the host of the miniatures and collectible card game channels for Origins TV Online, for Origins Game Fair Online. So make sure you check that out from June 19th to the 21st. New announcement happening today. And that's me. I play
So cool.
Amaruk Yuka, First Claw of Clan Yuka, a Vlaka Solarian, and she will kick your butt and love you.
In what order?
Amazing.
Whichever one it's is called for at the particular time.
All right, next.
Oh, wow. Hello, Internet. This is Dexter Warren. I play Jabberwocky, Skittermander, Technomancer, and the rest of this is TBD. But in real life, a TikTok channel on the way.
Oh, shit!
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
That's
Next.
Hi, I'm Helena Anderson, also known as the Magic Llama Mood on the internet. I got a YouTube channel if you want to go hang out there. It's the Magic Llama Mood. Also, the Magic Llama Mood on Instagram. Also, I got a TikTok. I have like 2 things up there, and one of them is of my current foster cat. I play Jaleskia, who is a Kasathan mystic scholar, and she is a funny little berry.
She certainly is.
Next.
Follow that, Dex.
So, my name is Parker Willis, actor, singer, writer. Got some projects in the down the line, and I will share them with you when they are getting some steam. But on this channel, I play Castor 9, android mechanic, pilot of the Kingfisher, and a secret badass.
Oh my god.
We are all a little bit on the struggle bus tonight.
We really are. It's
gonna be
several
fine.
weeks into quarantine. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Parker, how did you finish that up? I'm so sorry, we missed you.
Oh, gotcha. I'm always happy to be of service.
There we go.
There we are.
It was
I knew
important.
something was
We
wrong.
I felt like I was missing something. I had no idea what it was.
When
All
the
right.
quarantine hits.
It's true.
All right. Are we ready? Do you guys need anything from me? Are we gonna kick this off?
Let's do it.
Dad, can I
Yeah.
have a glass of water?
Yeah, I'll get
Here-
you a glass
I
of
would
water,
love
sweetie.
pretzels right now.
Get you a glass of water.
I'll give that to you.
Can I have chicky nuggies and chalky milk?
Mm.
Welcome.
We're out of chalky milk, but we do have some chicken nuggies.
But I want chalky
Oh
milk.
my god, you're such a pain in the ass. All right.
Shout out to all the parents out there during quarantine. We love you.
So I run games for several parents, and I cannot imagine what that's like. They always come on
That's
stream a
crazy.
little bit like,
Dead behind the eyes.
yeah, let's play some D&D. Okay.
So it's
Oh,
so
man.
much. I'll
Non-stop
be in the middle
encounter.
of meeting with people at work, and they'll be like, I have to go be a parent now. I really need to. I gotta go be a dad. And I'm like, it's okay, go be a dad. And they're like, I just can't be everywhere at once. Like, it's like so hard. I can't imagine.
I cannot imagine.
Yeah.
All right.
But let's imagine.
So, you all have been stranded underneath, gods know how many miles of seawater above your head. And around you are these strange insectile creatures that float. Their arms have these attached guns on them that have you just seen decimate a gigantic sea creature that was tearing you apart. And now they've surrounded you, cutting off your access to the portal right behind you that brought you here. You all still have bubbles around you from Juleskia's spell. What's the name of that spell again?
Life bubble.
Appropriately. So you're no longer being crushed by the weight of the sea itself and the pressure from the outside. And around you, you can see these like bubbling, burbling geysers of thermal energy. Mhm.
Jaleskia whips a camera out and takes pictures.
How close are we to suffocating?
You will not suffocate as long as the life bubble is around you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. There's life bubble. You literally just said that.
Yeah.
I just got scared.
And it lasts... How long?
Forever.
What? Is that honest,
it?
or are you
She
lying to me?
says- No, I honestly don't know if I'm lying or if I'm telling you the truth.
it's
Give
like
me
an hour
one
and a couple.
second. At one point, I've become a pathological liar during quarantine. It's fine.
Welcome, Edie. Glad to have you here. Welcome, everyone.
Life bubble. It. Do. What the fuck? What is happening? It's fine. I can't A B C D E F G H I J K. Go on without me. It's
No,
fine.
All right.
Life
It
bubble.
lasts 1 day per level.
Whoa.
1 day per level, Miles.
Oh, wow. That's a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many
Mhm.
days is
Yeah.
that?
Forever.
You're not
Forever.
you're not level forever.
Yes, we are.
Friendship, you
It's
can
like
be.
6 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Hmm.
I don't understand if you're trying to cheat me or what's happening, but I'm just going to keep going.
There's a very strange vibe from this cat in the lower left-hand corner.
So as you stand there, there's or float there, I guess, there's a moment of silence. And stillness as the inhuman alien eyes of these creatures stares down at you. And then all of them in unison motion with their heads in a direction away from the portal.
Excuse me, we're just trying to get back over there. Sorry if we came in on your turf. Of course, I'm sure you're having a wonderful day. We're having a great day now that you killed that thing that was trapped. What was that?
Jerk.
Do they want us
Don't
to?
call me a jerk.
You're not a jerk.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Parker?
Amaruk, kind of. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Do they want us to follow them?
It seems like perhaps that would be the better part of Valor right now, I think. Maybe?
I'll take any allies at this point. I don't even know where we are.
We're more like prisoners, I think. And she kind of growls under her breath and begins walking in the direction they indicated.
Great. Fantastic. Everyone following?
Yep.
Yeah.
Boo doo boo boo boop 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 boo.
The
You guys-
Mario underwater theme plays.
as you begin to move your way.
Yeah.
They follow, and you notice that as they begin to move, that the backs of their like calves and thighs and their like the rear of their rib cage opens up, and out of it comes these fins that begin to like ripple like an eel's fins, and it propels them forwards as they move. You know what? Why don't you roll a natural science check?
Can
I think that's the
I?
worst thing I've heard today.
Go for it.
You're welcome.
Oh wow, we're starting off not great. It's would I say this is life science?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say this would be zoology?
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Cool. So the DC is decreased by 5.
Great.
And I got a 16.
Great. The swarm, as far as you have seen, never had a mutation like this.
Cool.
Right?
Cool.
The rest of them is very similar to typical swarm hive grunt, right? But this fresh thing is entirely new. So they begin to float off, and you guys go over several of these ridges. As you're looking around, you start to gain a little bit of altitude, and you come out of this like biome with these large spires of thermal activity, right? They're like spewing hot
Mhm.
water, and the temperature starts to drop, and it starts to get much, much colder, and you can even feel it starting to drop inside of your life bubble, right? Um, and around you, the geology starts to change as well, becoming these massive slabs of like pure marble. And through
Mhm.
them, you can see occasionally there's a jut of a sharp piece of clearly fabricated metal, right? Not at all the natural stuff that is surrounding the rest of it. So you continue to float through.
Huh.
Eventually, ahead of you, you see this massive creature. Not really massive. It's more like it's kind of like the size of a large tank, right? And similarly, it's armored just as heavily. This like huge crustacean sits in front of you with a large, almost centaur-like head that comes out of the front of it, and this head with these two massive plates and like large antennae that shift out like a kind of like a mantis shrimp's like feelers that reach out and they test the water all around it, and these
Question for
powerful,
you.
massive claws. Shoot your question.
Isn't a centaur's head just a human head?
Mm-hmm.
Did you mean
So
something
there's
else?
a more humanoid front
Oh, like front
that
to it.
comes
Okay.
off of, so we'll call it a crab tar.
Okay. I was just like, is it just a head then?
And it sits motionless with its 8 legs carefully positioned on the uneven rocks underneath it as your group of 12 troops approaches it. And as you get very close, the back of it splits.
Ooh, no.
And it begins to open up, and inside you can see the pulsing innards of this thing, but there's space in there, and the creatures, the swarm grunts surround you and kind of nudge their heads.
Where are we going?
I think we're going inside of a crab tar.
This is fascinating. We're going inside of the body of this thing. This is fascinating.
And I take like 20 million pictures and like try to get
my
a
God.
selfie.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fascinating, but it's terrifying.
Yeah. She like looks back in the direction that the portal was in, now like out of sight, like it's like it never even existed, and this is like the new normal, right? And
Crab tar
she-
is your new normal.
yeah, she looks at the crab tar and she goes, all praise exploration, all praise the music of the spheres, all praise exploration, all praise the music of the spheres, as she's just like forcing herself to walk forward into this gross crab construction.
Yeah. As we're swimming towards it, I make the mental note. Huh. So we do go inside of a living structure. Almost like I called it.
It's so true. Yeah.
Oh my
That was a couple
God.
seconds ago that you said that, right?
Yeah.
Half under your breath.
Mm-hmm.
So you enter inside, and behind you, the carcass, the carapace? Carapace.
Carapace, yeah.
Bug parts.
Bug parts!
Crab parts.
Let's do some
Time
bug
for
parts
some
in the
bug
chat.
parts in the chat.
Some fishy bugs.
Close up behind you. And for a moment, there's darkness, and you can hear this thupapum, thupapum, thupapum of its heart pounding, and then the water begins to drain away from your bubbles. And the meat pulls away from various bones that that settle into the side. Oh my God, I love this.
I fucking hate this.
Mm.
And
I hate it.
what's left are these bone almost seats, right? That clearly aren't built for you, but are built for the creatures that you just left outside, right?
Bone seats.
They didn't
They're
come in
so
with us.
cool.
Is there a bone throne?
There's a couple bone thrones.
What is this thing?
I don't really know. Kia, you got any recollection of what this thing might be?
It's a living creature. This is fascinating. Look, it's a bone throne.
It begins to. You're all jolted as this thing begins to move forward.
Yeah.
And you can feel the footsteps underneath it, and then it shoots off, heading forward almost like a pistol shrimp, right? Zipping forward, and you're like holding on for dear life as this thing moves. And ahead of you, at the front, per se, of this thing, two like spaces open, and this membrane is like all that stands between you and the ocean, emptiness ahead of you as you zip off over deeper waters.
We can't see though, or can we see?
Yeah, you mostly see just darkness. Yeah.
Okay.
You can see.
Can I
like
touch the membrane?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very there's a word for this, but it's very elastic.
Elastic. Right? Is it like is it a kind of a semi-permeable one? Is it moist? Is it
so you're like playing with it, and indeed you can. It is definitely moist. It's super moist, guys. This is what you do on a podcast to make people stop listening to you right away.
Okay, wow. Wow. This is so good. I'm enjoying all of this.
So you start to play with the moist permeable membrane, and this is better than eating bugs on the playground. You find that you can actually press your hand through, and when you pull back, it reforms around you. But if you move quickly, it hardens up and actually develops these little see-through like scales.
Can I take a cotton swab and get a little sample, just like topical sample here,
yeah, baby.
Just to have, because armor, OMG, this would be crazy cool.
Naked armor, the best.
Yeah.
Everyone goes like, yeah, we should definitely have that.
Yeah. Honestly,
Amaruk gets naked
I like
every
it.
episode, so clearly she needs it.
True, that's true.
She
That's
do
canon.
that.
All right. So you all continue to float forward into the darkness. And soon, let's roll some dice first. For my first dice roll of the night, it's about 20 minutes of travel at jolting speeds back and forth as this thing gains momentum and loses it to the friction of the sea. You see ahead of you through these membranes the ruins of some absolutely colossal ship. Some ancient battleship. You know what, Parker? Go for it.
Yes. All right.
Did I hear ship?
Culture check for that shippy toe.
Sounds like some ship is happening over there.
Ship is going down.
Ship.
It'd be a culture check, yeah?
Yeah.
I am going to actually use my memory module so I can re-roll my knowledge check.
All right.
Cool. So it went that well, huh?
Yeah. Once per day. Here we go. That is a 15.
15. Cool. This is a Yamamatsu battle cruiser.
Yamamatsu battle cruiser.
What's the significance of that?
Yamamatsu battle cruiser was a Vesk super ship. Right? A massive, like almost city ship that was designed to be the head of massive fleet movements. This particular kind has largely been phased out in the last couple of years as a lot of new developments have made a lot of the things that it was built on obsolete, right? A lot of the technology that it was built with, very obsolete. But they were in a lot of service during the Swarm Wars.
And you said it was a city ship, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So it would carry large amounts of people. Are we talking like Idari?
Amounts of people.
Like Idari sized or like
Not Idari size, no. Not millions, not an entire population, but a couple 100,000.
a couple 100,000? That's still a lot. Yeah, Caster is just blurbing this information right now, geeking out. She's like, oh, this Yamamoto battle cruiser. Oh, I remember these.
And as you get closer, you see that parts of it are, I kind of want to say, grown over by this kind of mollusk structure, which is largely blue,
Yeah.
right? Which kind of like, honestly, down here in the depths, it camouflages it even deeper, so that the
Does it look like it like hasn't moved in a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. This thing, it is in pieces. Also, there's a massive crack running down the port side, which looks like it was torn open almost by like massive hands, right?
Yeah.
And out of that spawns this mollusk like growth, right, that grows up and over the side and has these like shelves in it, right? These huge almost coral shelves that span out and upwards as they and downwards as well, connecting it to the rock bed underneath and to the and like reaching up towards the sky. And this centaur ship, crabtar ship, heads straight for that crack in the side. I thought I heard an attempt to speak. I just heard an anxious
it's
breath.
just me gasping.
Fair.
I don't have. Yeah, I would say. Amaruk is kind of like she's sat herself down on one of those bone thrones. And she at this point kind of continuing themes from our previous episode, where she came in and was really happy that everybody else has a good idea, is a very much kind of like trying to remain calm, because she knows if she freaks out, then maybe it will cause others to freak out. But she is not in a position, she's clearly not in a position she likes. And so she's kind of just trying to sit as still as she can and looking to the others kind of like furtively for their comfort, like, or not like for them to comfort her, but for comfort in them having something to say or to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because she has no idea this is not a
Absolutely.
safe space for her.
He is taking a ton of pictures.
Yeah.
She's kind of preoccupied, geeking out about the mollusk, about the crab tar.
Which honestly, that's helpful.
Yeah.
So
Caster's probably just gonna say, "You're probably gonna run out of film if you keep on taking all those pictures."
No, I got the mega pack before we left. It's the mega pack. It's got way more space.
Oh yeah, I've heard about those.
Yeah, and I actually might get Jabby to take a look at it because I feel like there's a way to make sure that it has even more space. But we'll see. I have to upload it to the space cloud anyway.
Okay, take as many pictures as you'd like.
So what exactly are we planning to do when we get here, you know?
I suppose not die.
Tourism.
I was just hoping to wing it. You know,
Okay.
Pull out a guns if you need to, throw a grenade here and there, you know, just a whole
Well,
shebang.
does anybody I'm kind of okay. You can't heal stamina points, can you? Or can you? Yes, you can.
It's largely
With a-
about resting, right?
Yeah. So how long are we in here? Can I
That's a great thought.
use
You
one
guys
of
have
my
been
resolve
here
points?
for 20 minutes.
So it takes 10 minutes to use a resolve point.
Great.
So I've just been sitting here, so I'm going to use one to get back to full stamina.
Great. That sounds like a
Because
great
I have
idea.
got stamina.
Woo!
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Fantastic. So you've buffed your stamina up.
Yeah.
Is anyone
I
else
buff my
doing
stamina and I like recharge my super suit.
anything? Great. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is anyone else doing anything?
Taking a look at what I can do in the meantime to
Mhm.
prepare. I mean, I guess Caster's just gonna keep himself busy, just trying to fiddle with the things that he has, making sure everything is filled up with batteries and stuff like that, all charged up.
Great.
Just tinkering like someone would do, like with a Rubik's cube, just out of just like
Yeah.
keep their hands moving.
And I'm going to side rail influence for diplomacy
Mm-hmm.
in
Cool.
this time.
So
I'm definitely pacing, using the four souls to walk up on bits of thin air and then just hop back down and keep doing that in a circle.
in a circle, amazing.
Amazing. Like Wishbone at the beginning when he's throwing himself the ball.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Oh my
Okay.
God.
No, just
Yeah.
not great.
Deep
Okay.
cut.
Mhm.
Deep
Oh,
cut.
wow.
What's the story, Chappie? Do 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 do
Oh
do
my
do.
God. All right. So you, the shadow of this crack in the side of the ship passes overhead, and as you head in, the coral like hard edges of these shelves becomes softer and more covered in like this kind of mucus around the edges, and soon it kind of tunnels away so that it to the various different to like the existing architecture of this ship. This membranous tubes form passages into the ship, and you can see that some of them have like torn their own passages, but most of them just follow the natural passages of the ship, right down hallways, occupying a massive hangar underneath you, where you can actually see a couple of other crab tars and other stranger things.
Yeah.
But your crab tar, I love that it's named that now, takes a path to the left and begins to rise up, it seems, and away towards where the bridge sat at the top of the ship. And then dives down quickly and then surfaces, water pouring off the edge of it. And you're in this huge, almost cavern. It looks like at one time this might have been a park, or maybe some kind of rec space, or maybe it's just been cobbled together by other pieces of the ship being shifted around, or walls being knocked down. But the ground is interspersed with the hard floor of that coral stuff, which now you can see has these like paler veins weaving through it when you get closer to it, and seems to have this kind of like ripple texture. And the door behind you, the crab tar itself opens up again, and you're kind of disgorged as the bottom falls out, and you kind of tumble down onto the ground, some of you splashing in the water as you try to gain your footing.
That would be me.
Above you, this entire scene is lit by these hanging lights that dangle down. The point of, they're like long, almost tentacles that dangle down. The point of them are these bulbous lights that shine a green, very organic light down across the rest of everything, creating long shadows in the tide pools.
So where the crab tar is open, we can just walk out.
You guys are out. You've been disgorged from the crab tar.
Oh, you didn't need to say it twice.
I did, though.
You did though.
I did.
Okay, so we kind of tumble out. Amaruk very quickly kind of kips up onto her wolf-like legs, and begins sort of like looking around to see what she can see.
So, anything you're looking for in particular before I start giving you an answer?
It's dark. It's darkish in here, except for the little
dim.
lights.
Right?
Okay.
It's lit inner, like the lighting is not constant.
She says, she's gonna light one of the like torches. It's not a torch. It's whatever the space equivalent is that she has. I have a beacon.
Glow stick.
Yeah, it's a beacon.
Correct.
So she lights a beacon and like hangs it from her belt. And she sort of looks around as the light sort of zoom out in this like warm circle around her, which she was already shedding 20 feet of light with her
moat.
Solarian moat. But just for the sensibility of it, I suppose she turns on the beacon, and she looks around and she calls out and she says, "Thank you for the transport. We come in peace. We did not wish to disturb whatever you have going on down here."
Peace.
Oh,
It's
no.
like a thought in the very back of your mind. Almost like the moment when Gator Brain grabs onto you when you're in a fight or running for your life. Peace is new to us.
Do we all hear that?
Yes.
Well,
Hear is the
welcome.
wrong word. It's much more like feel. Yeah, please go. Sorry.
Yeah. She says, "Well, welcome," when they say it's new to us. And she says, "I'm assuming there is something that you want with us because you brought us here."
It may be short-lived.
Short-lived in what way?
There is an enemy. And
Oh.
like the feeling that rushes through that final word is that
Yeah.
it's less the like fear sensation and it's more like the kill, right? This
Yeah.
need to like crush the thing
Yeah.
underneath you, to break bone, to end something
Yeah.
so that you can survive.
Yeah. And when that kind of shoots through her before she really knows what she's doing, she like takes on the more like bestial animalistic side of the Vlaka. And as it like bursts through her psyche. And then she like pats her ears with her paws and like as if it's gonna shake it away, this like inability to be poised that's kind of taken her over as this feeling washes through her.
It's okay. No enemies here. We're all friends, or friends to be, right?
Who is this quarry, this enemy you speak of?
Alien like you.
But not us, very
Not
specifically.
you. You are unlike. Unlike, and yet also like. You are classified. The word has at the same time a second like meaning that is attached to it that is it can't be said in your language clearly.
Yeah.
It's more like you know how to kill it,
Mm.
right? It's that feeling about like a cockroach, right? Or it's the feeling that's uncertain about a cockroach, right? How the fuck do you kill a cockroach? It's that feeling.
So it's saying the feeling is that we're getting is it would know how to kill us, but it doesn't know how to kill this other enemy.
Possibly.
Oh my goodness, we've just been raided by Veronica Cartoon. Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
Hello.
everyone.
Welcome.
So good to be
Ciao, Italy. Viva Italia.
here. Viva Italia.
Oh
Ciao.
my gosh.
All right.
Hello.
So,
Hello, everyone.
Oh my god, everyone's saying hi.
Hey, everybody. Oh,
This is wholesome.
This is so
Hey, guys,
wholesome. This is exactly
welcome.
what you need. This is what we need.
Oh, thank you so much for this
oh
follow.
my god!
We're-
Look at all these crews. Yeah, throw those follows, and yo, someone drop
Welcome to the baby bards.
someone drop the Discord so that y'all can come in and join us more regularly. But we're so glad that you're here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again for the.
We're in the middle
raid.
of, learning about terrible, deep, dark things in the depths of the ocean? Question?
Yeah,
Probably.
Maybe
Yeah.
Cthulhu,
We're
maybe
playing-
not. I know y'all like Cthulhu, okay?
we're playing some
Oh.
space D&D.
A little
So
bit.
come hang out. Come hang out. I cannot read your name, Unu. I mean, that's all you get. You get Unu. Hello, Veronica. Oh man,
I'm trying.
super cool.
Thanks,
I'm trying.
I'm
Welcome,
trying,
guys.
guys.
All right, y'all. We're gonna jump back into this. Feel free to hang out. Please join our Discord. Please follow.
Absolutely.
If we hit any of our cool goals, if we get $90 today, we're gonna do a giveaway like now. So consider throwing some cash at streamlabs.com/artsingergames. All right, bats every time. Crab
All
tars
right.
most of all. Okay.
Crab tars.
So we hear. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So you're hearing this sound in your brain, and as you continue to hear it, the walls around you begin to change and like ripple with engagement, and something off of the ceiling peels down and opens up, and this half face, half like emptiness, kind of like pure skin like mask looks at you. The face is like covered in these wreaths of different bones that kind of lattice work their way down, and you can see something like an eye, but is more all seeing. It sees things that you could not probably imagine seeing. Um, and it says, well, it doesn't say, it thinks for you. We need life, survival, food. Like, you feel all of these needs kind of wash over and through you. We need protection.
Yes, these are universal needs. How can we help you?
A one above, a one of the old enemy has a weapon.
We have seen terrible things above recently. Something from another plane, perhaps.
You come from the hole in the space,
Yes.
the hole in the world. How have
The
you
sky
seen above?
above you is our Earth.
No. You
They're
are
talking
other.
about the gap. The gap?
Gap.
Time lost. We were lost. All of our
Lost.
worlds.
Lost. Memory. Thought. Presence. Availability. All of the it has like a bunch of meanings that like swirl over you and like kind of threaten to eat your very your like present thoughts are kind of overwhelmed
Right.
by this sensation of all the things lost, and the rage and fear and desperation for survival from that moment. And it says, no. Now. One metal man. It like kind of like
Yes.
speaks in your like
Yeah.
clearly belabored, trying to speak in ways that you might understand.
We have met this metal man. It was someone named Little Yeek. Yeek was his name. There was metal. He kind of oozed.
No.
No. Okay, well, that's all I got.
Metal like
Show.
Me-
Show. Show.
I start thinking of Yeek.
Steal, kill, end, destroy, consume, weapon. And then it tries to make a new word. It tries desperately to make a concept that is entirely new to it, that it's never encountered before. It tries to get its mind around it, and at first it calls it food, and then it calls it shelter, and then it calls it space, like freedom, right? And then it edges on the verge of this feeling of comradeship, this feeling of togetherness.
this
It's too much. Like, she just doesn't know what to say.
What was that, Parker?
this metal man, and he lifts up his hand, pulls up his glove, and like shows like the little robot bits.
Alike.
Him. It's. Why
Cat.
can't I say his name?
I don't know.
Why
Is he
can't
Voldemort?
Why can't I say the name of the
Oh,
the
no.
competitor?
Elo catch.
It's Elo Catch. Yeah, there we go. Him. He is ruthless.
Exterminator.
Were you? You were on the other world. You were on. He had a world, a water world. Kevin Costner.
He had a movie? Oh, wow. I didn't know he was in the pictures.
Oh my god.
Did he try to destroy your people?
Is now
Is he here?
above.
Above.
Wait.
Okay.
He's above.
Wait. What does this mean that we were able to get here onto his world through this hole?
Weren't red
Huh.
people around that portal?
They were. They went there. Did
They-
they know to go there?
They were trying to bridge the gap between the two worlds. Alpha,
She growls and she says, "Liar!" Like she just shouts it out, not at you, but just like the realization like starts to come over her, and she is just, after having so much of this emotion pushed through her by this force, like there's not a lot of like walls up anymore, and so her emotion is just like flowing freely through her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Are you calling liar who?
Like Elo
Oh,
Catch.
yeah, got you.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
you. And as this like rage feeds into
Yeah.
you, you feel it like feeding back into the setting around you, and the ground beneath you begins to undulate in these pulsing jerks back and forth, and like you and this thing begin to feed each other in rage until the ship around you starts to groan with strain as it starts to pull itself apart, and water begins to fall through cracks in the ceiling.
everything's fine.
Amaruk, calm down. Amaruk, take a breath. Take a little breath. Take a howl. Howl if you need to. Just expel. Exhale.
She like starts hearing the voices of her friends and begins calming down slowly and just taking in deep breaths.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, man.
So Elo Catch has been trying to hurt you, has been killing you from the other world. Is that kind of the summary that we're getting here? Because that's kind of where I'm at.
This
Didn't-
world now.
This world now.
Didn't
How?
he say? I'm sorry, I'm
How-
going back to our notes from that night about what he said he was doing. He said he had.
He was having issues. He was having issues with his planet, which was a underwatery grave.
Mhm.
And he's having more issues than he's letting on. We know about this, not others.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys did do some
Isn't he
digging.
trying to create some sort of like medicine to like fight something?
Oh, wow,
right.
Yeah, you guys just forgot all of it.
I
I have
You've
it
had a
written
lot
down.
going on.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Assemble the transfer whispers. Okay, that's Bessie's
That
rest.
moment when you're
Anyone in chat now?
when your players are like, "Oh God, I know I have
Right.
all the answers, but I
I
don't,
do,
don't know
but I
where
have
they
to look it
are."
up.
Elo sent a hologram. No, that's after that.
Mhm.
Elos lost mercenaries to the swarm, and the swarm
Mhm.
serum is not ready, is what I have written in
Yes.
my notes.
Right.
And then we learned at the party, we learned that it wasn't ready. Like he was saying, yeah, we're ready to face the swarm. And we learned at the party that he, in fact, is not.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I inferred to him that I knew that maybe he could use a little help during my interaction with him at the party. Okay. Diddly do.
Yeah.
He is trying to destroy you through some kind of serum, but it's not ready yet. What doesn't he know? What can we keep him from discovering?
Destroy, eat, consume, tear apart. And we are, and then that confusing thing kind of washes over your brain again.
That feeling that it was trying to describe before. It kind of feels like you're trying to think of home.
Home is here. Home is also behind.
Behind?
He pushed you out. Yes?
He.
The metal man.
No.
He didn't push you out.
Trying. Kill.
What are the methods that he's using to hurt you? Like serum, like what's he doing? Can you find the verbiage? Oh, wise thesaurus being.
It says I guess like air.
Air.
Right?
Okay.
That resource. Breath.
Air resource.
Breath.
Okay. Taking away breath. Taking your breath away. Things you need. Survival.
It's just
no,
really
not in the
great
romantic
drag
sense,
routine.
Jabby.
Oh, sorry.
Are you talking about a serum that attacks the pulmonary system?
I would think respiratory if it's breath.
Exactly. Pulmonary means
Okay.
What was that, Parker?
pulmonary means lungs, right?
I think
The heart.
heart.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
heart.
Is
That's
that-
cardiovascular and pulmonary.
It's fine. These are all
This is
things.
These are all
semantics.
science terms, and we're in outer
science
space.
fiction.
Science fiction.
She says, "Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You had
No.
something you wanted to say, Kia.
No.
No?
Okay.
Okay. She says, you should know that he is no friend of ours, though we have made a tenuous peace between us.
Peace.
But on the other side of that, we know is betrayal.
Short-lived. Peace.
Certainly, yes.
Peace, not peace.
Frenemies.
It is lies.
Frenemies.
Yes. Frenemies.
Don't
It's all a lie.
teach them that word. That I don't think that's going to help.
Are
Sometimes slang is the most helpful we can use.
kill. Weapon. Be. Friend.
If we kill the weapon, you'll be our friends?
It's good to have friends.
It's true.
Friends.
Right? Friends? That's
Friend.
What do we know about the swarm, though? Because just before we get in bed with the galaxy's great evil, I just want to know more.
Just-
Fair.
Fair.
I mean,
very
hive
fair.
mind.
We know they're the
Sheerans.
swarm.
What was that, Parker?
Mhm.
I was going to say, does someone want to make a culture check?
Oh, I can do that. I know things. I forgot that I know things on this character. Okay, great. I know things. I was playing my monk the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, I have a -1 intelligence. What do you want from me?" But this is not that. This is a different situation. This is the
This is true.
Solarian situation. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm rolling. How's a 19 for you, DM Daddy?
Oh my. Dances excitedly. Eyebrows
dance.
everywhere. Eyebrows every corner of the screen. All right.
Oh, no.
So the swarm oh god, how many years ago? I'm not. Of course, my history is a little iffy. So the swarm is they moved from planet to planet, and they were driven by an innate need to consume all things and absorb their best qualities into themselves, right? They absorb a genetic material and turn it into something, right?
Mhm.
Now, the biological understanding of the swarm is that it's a massive, massive hive mind, right?
Yeah.
That has like these sub-controllers that exist out in like controlling various different fleets, but the swarm itself kind of moves in this massive wave, almost rushing over entire planets and consuming all of its biomass and all of its DNA, and then changing in huge ways so that it can then consume the next planet in completeness. Now it a couple of years ago, several years ago, decades ago, the swarm came to the Pact Worlds and the Veskarium at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
rushing over, like attempting to eat up all these planets, and the two nations bonded together with a ceasefire because they were on the edge of at war, constantly in a perpetual state of Cold War. They bonded together and formed a tenuous alliance in order to drive back the swarm.
So they're not. So my understanding is that they're not bad, but they are driven to consume. Like they're not inherently evil.
Uh,
They have a genetic drive to consume.
Kind of depends on your
Perspective.
definition of evil,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Because
Well, if
taking
they're-
everything regardless of consent is a little bit evil
Well,
to
yeah,
me.
that's a little rough.
Mhm.
I guess what my
Just
but there's a
bit.
difference between someone that is genetically like a virus that's
Mhm.
oh no,
Oof.
that's genetically
say the V
built
word.
to do sorry, trigger warning virus. But that is built to do that,
Mhm.
like without choosing to do it. Like it
Right.
doesn't choose necessarily. I guess I don't know is what
Like
I'm
a
saying.
force of nature versus
Yeah.
malicious intent.
Yes.
It is how it works,
Yeah.
right? It gains more complexity and more capability.
Yeah, in a way, you might say the swarm is the most empathic race because they seek to consume and understand.
There it is. Now,
In a
similarly
way.
to boot, you know that Sheeran are an offset of the
Yeah.
swarm, who, for some reason, no one's like really sure why, gained their, I guess, sentience, you might say. Individuality is really the right word.
Mhm.
By being separated from swarm hive controllers, and now they are actually chemically addicted to free choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking Starfinder.
So
So cool.
Really
she
cool.
says if your drive is to consume, then what will stop you from coming to us after we have helped you and eating away everything we have worked to create?
Consume? Nah, we don't do that at all. We would never.
They literally said
Your
consume in
speech
my
patterns
mind,
change.
okay?
the epic voice changes. It's like, nah, man, nah. That's not.
No,
That's not.
you
that's
got
not
us
how
all
it works.
wrong.
We never do that. You got us wrong. Who have you been talking to?
It was an act the whole time.
It's there's like a moment of silence,
Mm.
and it like reaches out into your brain, and you feel this kind of like consume friends, as it's like, is that cool?
Nope.
Is that good?
Nope.
Vor?
No.
Whoa.
So is it saying like but then we would be consuming you as friends, or like it's questioning
That's up to you.
Oh no.
Oh no. I guess in my brain, the way I see it is there's like a computer screen, and it's consume friends, yes, no, and I click the no option, and then just kind of like teaching a
Yes.
computer morality is like the brain thing I'm trying to send to it.
Great. It's so it like registers that and says need other vulnerable
Need. Uh, oh.
weak.
We
You need a
need each
friend.
other. Yeah.
We could be pals, and we could also take down Elo Catch. This is the optimistic view, of course, but perhaps he has some qualities you wouldn't mind taking over. You never know.
Hold on. Okay, we are
I
not.
mean, he's cute.
I just had a flash of Tiger King. We're not gonna chop this dude up and feed him to the swarm, are
No,
we?
we ain't gonna.
Okay, cool.
Maybe.
Cause like, consume Elo, don't
I'm
consume
just
Elo.
so well, but there's nothing that we can think that they won't know or understand.
Hmm.
So
How would you want to help? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
she says, and if we cannot help you, I suppose we'll never leave here alive.
Useful.
Yes, I'm very useful. I'm at your service.
You would consume us and make use of the knowledge therein, yes?
It's
Mm,
like
Rick, what's your-
reluctant to answer.
I didn't like you hesitated.
Oh,
Negoti-
don't be embarrassed. It's okay. We know how biological things work. There's always a give and take. There's always a host and parasite. In this case, you're hosting us. We're the parasites. I say we, hold each other's. I don't know what kind of, and she like points at a fleshy thing.
Yeah.
I say we help each other out.
I kind of resent being called a parasite. Just to put that out there.
I
You-
did also
It-
want to make sure we didn't gloss over that. Yeah.
No. I'm just saying that there is always a give and take in this world. I mean,
and
Desna lady over here will know.
Yeah, she agrees with she like pats Kia on the back and she says it's true. I mean, we ate through our first world as Flaka, and now we had to find another. And life is consumption on some level. Life is predator, life is prey.
Well, I just hope that instead of a parasitic relationship, we have a more symbiotic relationship. Maybe we help each other out and don't hurt each other.
Or at least commensalism.
Well,
That works. That
is
works.
the only way that we leave here with our minds being our own. The version of events where we help you. Or will you still consume? In every negotiation there has she flips into her Senate mode real quick and she's like, in every negotiation, both sides have to decide what they are willing to give up. What are you willing to give up in order to make this deal happen?
Friends. First. Friends.
Friends first. You put your friends first.
Would we be your first
think-
friends?
Yes.
Jabby turns around and looks at Amaruk with the big eyes of like, can we keep them?
I think he's more.
We are already developing a planet for the misunderstood. And I have this feeling, I've always had this feeling about the swarm that maybe there was something we were missing. Because they were so powerful, because they were so strong. What do you think, Kia?
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I want to find out about you. You obviously want to find out about us. You didn't dispatch us on the second you saw us, but I think we can help each other out. And, we're starting something new of our own. And, maybe you want to hang out for a little bit, see how that
Kia's
goes.
flirting with
Plus,
the swarm.
Elo Ketch is a dick.
Kia's gonna be dating the hive mind by the end of
Yeah,
this.
I mean,
She's already
no.
dating the space cloud, so.
Oh man.
She says, but what happens to our security when the head of the snake is removed this time?
Well,
We will leave them on our planet with our people, with guns.
Machine
With-
not here. Kill weapon.
Oh, where is the weapon? Do you know?
This like wave of relief and affirmation washes over you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Same.
Same, hard same.
Like in real life, same. Yeah, totally.
Honestly.
This
Like,
game.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
Huh.
The location of the weapon, though, is it nearby?
Show.
Ooh.
in our minds, or like we're going for a walk? Because I love walkies.
I like a swim.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Swim.
Swim.
All right. We are with you then. Show us.
Fantastic. So
So, just for clarification,
yeah.
we can become friends with the swarm if we just get rid of this weapon of this dude we already don't like while he's away.
Yeah.
pretty good.
that's what it sounds like.
Okay.
I'm fine with it as long as like they don't know who. Do you have any way you could like maybe disguise me? I like stand out like a lot.
Let's see.
Consume.
Wait,
No, that's not the word we want
wait.
to
What do you
use.
mean consume?
You know what? That's,
Ew.
that's cool.
I'm not ready to be a bug. I am a queen. I am a wolf, and I will remain a wolf till the day I die.
So the wall next to you begins to
Yeah.
like pulse.
Yeah.
Like
It's fine.
over and over. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. And like it pulses again and again, and then there's like like a lidded eye pulling back.
Yeah.
Reveals this thin membrane that inside of it is floating this like large bug creature that's very humanoid. It has two long arms, and one of the arms has like these claws that extend out from its like bones, three claws, and they go out like
Yeah.
like 2 feet long. And it's like, yeah, continue.
Yeah. Is this Avatar? Are we avataring? Where's the unobtainium? Let me get in this avatar. Bitch, I'm ready.
And the
Awa has
other
heard
arm
you.
has
Awa
like,
has heard you, Pete.
it has like fully opposable thumb and everything on it. Both of them do. But this one has a large, some kind of like blaster attached to it, right? And the legs are long and dexterous, and they're covered in spines. And on the back of it, it has what look like 2 fins, or they might be wings.
Mhm.
And its head has these 2 large eyes that have these like hooded, armored lids that look like they can pass back and forth over the eyes. And it like floats there for a second, and then some unseen current inside of the pod spins it, and the back of this entire thing is just open. The calves are like cracked open so that it looks like
Yeah.
you could step
I could wear it.
inside of it.
Do I remain myself if I do this?
Self.
I get it. Yeah. So this
Yeah.
this like fun, like there's tail wagging.
my
There's it's a lot of that feeling of her how excited she is to explore and
Mhm.
all of that, and all the fear that she felt on the way over here is like melting away. This is like the new adventure. This is it.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
exploring the unknown. And she's like, wag, 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 wag. And then she gets into it and she goes, I'm just going to just go on a little ride here. Okay. And then she starts sticking her hands inside the arms of this bug. And she goes, all right, suit me up, swarm baby.
Damn it. The carcass closes around you, and for a second, you can't breathe. And the reality of betrayal washes over you, and then suddenly something goes down your throat, and suddenly you have breath, and you're being fed, and there's chemicals that are pouring into you from various different needles that is stabbed into your arms.
Ew. I hate this.
This is like the worst magical girl transformation ever.
Glitter
No, it's the best one.
falls over everywhere, and
man.
suddenly it's Bug Girl.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Ching! Yeah, it's a Sailor Moon transformation, and then she ends it. She's like,
man.
I'll punish you.
Oh man.
So
Okay.
it's around you, and you are one with it. Every movement that you make, there's like a little bit of stumbling around at first as you figure out that you're taller than you are, and your feet aren't quite where you thought they were initially. But like here we are, and you're inside of a bug, and you can see to the side fully.
Yeah.
So like the edge of your vision is about
like so much further back.
It's like 30 degrees.
Do I have a
behind
higher
you.
perception? What's happening? Please tell me more.
Okay.
Please.
Let's
tell me
stat
more.
this puppy. So
Oh.
you
This puppy, I'm the puppy. Oh.
So you just stepped into your own Ava unit. Damn.
Yeah.
you're going to get, let's just make an advantage on perception checks.
Okay.
Any let's say that arm thing does 3d8 points of damage. The claw.
Okay, I thought you meant to me from the needles, and I was like, now wait just a second. Okay, cool.
I know this is so creepy, right? Your strength is now an easy 20.
Oh, bitch.
Oh.
You have this thing has a hit point bar of 70.
Ooh. Okay, until it's gonna like spit me out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
And you said it's 3d8 damage with my arm.
Yeah. Plus your
And what's the
plus your
range?
+5 of your personal death strength. The range,
Yeah.
that's engaged.
Okay,
The
so
gun
it's
arm,
still. Yeah.
the gun arm is going to do 2d10 of acid damage plus whatever your dexterity is.
Okay.
Bio Gundam is accurate. Yeah, Edie.
I'm ready.
Hannah
I
had this
fucking
idea,
love
and I had
living
to say
ships.
yes.
Who?
You.
Wait, did I?
Yeah. Players have the coolest thoughts, and they don't realize.
You mean like during this game? I was like, I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay,
Joining
great.
the swarm.
This is great. I'm ready.
Yeah, and your speed is 40 feet, and you have a
Okay.
swim speed that's equal to that.
Oh man. Okay, tell me one more thing, which is just what is the range of my gun arm? Is it like 30 feet, 60 feet? What's
60 feet.
happening? 60 feet. Okay, cool. I've made notes. Let us continue.
Oh my god.
Oh man, we just got a donation from Not 1D. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Where's my controller? Oh man. Ooh, we're only $80, is it? $80.
It's true.
away?
Only $80 away from our
$80
Level
away
Up
from the
Dice
Level Up Dice
giveaway,
Oh, and
which is
also-
available to people internationally. So I will mail them
and
internationally.
there's some special goal special stuff inside of the game that you can check out on the Discord as well.
Yeah, there
Let's
is.
go look it up. All right. So
And that is actually the link right there in chat if you want to send some support our way monetarily.
thank you. All right.
Yeah.
So Bugdam. Oh my god. Yes, it's Bugdam. It's like Gundam, but more bug. All right. Actions. What are you guys up to?
We can
There was
see out
only one
this?
suit, right?
This is so
I'm
cool.
tempted to just give you guys all suits.
Do it.
Yeah, let's take some
Yeah, so I
suits.
get in there.
In
I get in
honor
there
of
and I
Not
come
One
out
D's
and I say,
donation, we're
"Are
gonna do
there
suits for
more
everybody.
of us?" I say in this like new bug voice.
Yeah. Let me specify each person's suit for them.
Ooh,
though.
yes.
Ooh, personalized bug
Let's give you
suits.
some personalized bug suits, which is the
Oh,
weirdest thing I
smooth.
have ever said.
I love this new
my God.
Kigurumi is gonna be real
Oh
cute.
man.
Good lord, we have received more tippy tips.
What are we
So
getting?
you think about that, and I will
Yes.
get the information on the
All
tip
right,
lab.
I got this. So Kia,
Yeah.
talk to me.
Yes.
Your bug, right, has like
Mhm.
this long, elongated head, and at the back of
Same.
it, there's this like long tail whip that has a barbed tip.
Yes.
That barbed tip is going to be a D6, and it's going to have a DC 15 poison, which is going to give them disadvantage on a bunch of stuff. That's
Oh,
all from my brain.
cool. I love that.
This this is descending into chaos. It also has
not?
on its arms it has like these long sheets of bone that make up the outside of each of the arm, but you can tell that they detach. So you can like shoot bone out at people. Like
Yes.
Amazing. That's
and
so fun.
that's gonna do I undervalued on that damage. That's gonna do 46 of damage.
I love that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I love that.
This is just gonna be the craziest.
I am gonna
I'm so
draw
excited about
these.
this.
Do
I'm
battle.
so excited about this.
I just hear all the theme music.
So Caster,
Yeah?
yours has wings. These gossamer wings that have these like very
So
cicada
fun.
kind of covers wreathed in this like orange and black shells. Yours also has you have an exocortex, right? It has
I do, yeah.
it has like a spot that's been grown around for the exocortex. That also
So
has this
cool.
like long biological cable that extends out of it that surrounds your exocortex's cable and is like plugged in and interacts naturally with your exocortex's cable. To boot, you have this underneath the skin of your arm, of your left arm, is this gland that like pulses with red energy. And if you choose, you can fire a flamethrower cone out of it.
Oh shit.
That's going to be a DC 15 dexterity save. And it's going to do 4d10 damage. You're also going to have yours has these massive teeth. These huge teeth that you can snap out and bite with, and they're gonna do 2d8 points of damage. Everyone's strength is 20. Let's see what terrible things.
And
you guys
our
can do with
AC
this is insane.
Is
Your AC? Your AC?
Yeah.
Let's
yeah.
just say it's your natural AC. I'm not gonna mess
Okay.
with that. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Otherwise, we'll get crazy.
Dex.
Yeah.
Yours has multiple arms like you.
Yes.
And each one of these arms is not they don't have like hands or any kind of they don't have thumbs, so it can't like hold on to things, but each one of them is this like large curved pincer. So if you wanted, your entire body could be hand. So you're going to get 3 attacks every turn, and each one of them is going to do 3d6 points of damage. Bug Squad.
Yes.
Please do, Dauntless. We await your return next week. Mwah.
You.
Um
Thank you.
Thank you.
Join our Discord before you
7
go.
p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I just put that in there.
Great, thank you.
7 p.m. Eastern every Thursday. That's when we play Starfound.
Dexter, I want to give you something else.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, as you like get into it, you feel that your brain and like the higher power of your brain is starting to connect with the large bug brain behind it, and you have limited telekinesis
Ooh.
Ooh,
at
yeah.
will. All right. Okay.
Take us on an adventure, DM Daddy. I'm so ready.
I think we need to take a break.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What was your question, Parker? Did you have a question?
I was just gonna ask technical stuff like what's the range of the flamethrower and what
20 feet.
what's 20 feet, great. And the wings, is there a fly speed?
60 feet.
Guys, Miles got me feeling like Mando
Mm.
over here. I'm so ready.
I'm so happy for the swarm.
All right.
I love our
guys.
new mechs.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
This is the weirdest.
joining
Yeah,
the
no
swarm, y'all.
space between the exclamation point, Edie. You were so close. All right.
So
We're going to be
close.
right back, everyone. Don't go anywhere. I got to go to the bathroom. I'm
Yeah.
I'm
We'll be
too
back
excited.
in like 5
I'm
minutes.
excitement
Yeah.
pee.
Go get a drink.
And I
Come
will
on
be
back.
right back. See you guys soon. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome. We're kicking off
Look at
some
those
more
little
Starfound.
Mando helmets. Look at them. I love them.
Us. It,
Mando.
or it y'all
Yeah.
rather. All right. So we're only $80 away from that giveaway. We're so stinking close.
So
Let's get there tonight, and I'll give these guys something awesome or something
shit.
terrible. You decide on our
You decide.
Discord, which you can join. All right, fantastic. So you all are in your bug suits, suited up, ready to go, and the crab tar opens up, right? And now that you're in your suits, you see that there's like little bug-like handholds that these like membranous. Let's talk. You guys are seeing through the eyes, right? It's not like it's not like it's your eyes anymore. It's like it's the actual eyes of the swarm creature that you're inside of, right? And as you begin to walk around, you see that it's giving you little nudges, little helps, right? Little muscular shifts and adjustments, right? Little shocks into your system to help you use it better as you continue to move inside of this thing. And as the crab tar opens up, you see that there are like handholds to help you in. And there's like a specific place for your thing to sit inside of.
Yeah.
The crab tar itself has actually changed. The bone has like shifted and opened up to make more space for your now larger bodies. And it submerges itself again. And as it submerges itself, you feel this feeling of hope. And you emerge out of the ship and disappear again into the darkness beyond. It takes about an hour of you sitting inside of these wet crab bodies. Before finally the crab tar surfaces above water. Light cascades down over you, and as you disgorge from the crab tar again, tumbling down out artfully this time onto the ground, you see that you're on the beach of a small tropical island. These lizard-like birds fly, dipping down and skipping fish up from the water. Crabs of various different crustaceans with way too many legs crawl in the sand around you. And then you hear it, this boom. And as you look across the ocean, you can see another island in what it seems like you're in sort of an archipelago. And this massive white spire reaches up out of
Oh my
the
God,
water.
we're on Scarif. Sorry.
That was easy.
I'm sorry. I watched Rogue One today.
And out of it splits into two pieces, right? And then comes down and has this like central kind of almost focuser, you might say. And out of this pyre comes a beacon of light that extends up. Can I get an engineering check?
That's not a me thing. Not even a little.
All right, what do we got for engineering? I got 13 for engineering. I'm gonna give that a shot.
Yeah.
The hi mom chat in chat is making me so
It's
happy.
so
Yeah, my
cute.
mom's here.
Hi, Jill.
The
Thanks
best
for
thing about
coming
live
and
streaming
supporting
is
us.
that your mom gets to come and hang out.
It's so nice. I miss
The
her
other
a
day
lot.
I was streaming and my mom goes, "I miss Know It All," which is the name of one of my patrons.
Where is Know It All?
Where's Know It All?
I love that.
All
My
right.
dad pops in
Debbie.
every once in a while, and it's
so
pretty
good.
great.
All right, Caster.
28.
Oh, damn.
That's an engineering check.
This is a very high-tech orbital elevator.
Oh, orbital elevator, like the one that's
Oh wow.
Isn't there a planet in Starfinder, either in the Pact Worlds or the what that has a orbital elevator?
Yeah, I can't remember which one either, but it's out there.
It's not Verces.
What is it? What does that mean?
So an orbital elevator is basically an elevator that lifts things up outside of the gravity well,
Oh.
right? So this orbital elevator works entirely on energy, right? and it can bring things down or up with this massively powerful tractor beam, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
right?
So here's
the
my
weight
question.
that it could bring down is also really massive.
So my question,
Mhm.
for my next trick, my question is, can we still feel the presence of the swarm
No.
through these suits? No. Is that must be it? We
That
have to destroy that. Oh, sorry, I speak differently. I'm a bug. That must be it. Hisses out of Amaruk.
Oh.
How'd you get your voice to do that? I can't figure out how to get mine. I
Oh.
like knock on the inside.
Oh.
I can't get mine to do the cool voice.
You already sound like a bug, Amaruk. Or not Amaruk, yeah. I'm
What?
Amaruk.
How do you make this filter stop?
Actually, you know what? Let me make this easier. Y'all are so fucking weird. You guys have telepathic communication up to 300 yards.
great.
Okay. Oh, I liked my voice. Goodbye, voice.
So
Bye,
maybe
choice.
that's how Amaruk sounds without the
Normally
accent
sounds in her
common,
mind.
right?
Hello.
Huh.
She sounds like Galadriel.
Yeah. I can feel it in the water. I can feel it
Oh
in
my
the
goodness.
earth. All right. No, she doesn't sound like that.
All right.
So okay. So she says, "All right. So what's the plan? We have to blow this thing sky high."
We gotta kill it.
Yeah. So, let's do a combined check. Let's do a computer science check. Let's do an engineering check, and let's do a life science check, and
do I
a
do?
medicine check. You're just the boss.
Okay, I'm
All right.
management.
I will do the computer.
I got the life science.
Engineering.
Oh God, I never roll quite better than I think I will.
That's a 26.
It's fine.
Nice. Good job, Jabby.
That would be a 15 for life science. I rolled a 3, so that tells you something.
It does.
Ew.
But it's the total that counts.
This is true.
I believe I got a 21 for engineering.
Cool. So, let's talk about the objective, or as it may be, objectives. As long as you are not exposed to this thing, you will not need to destroy like camera footage, because obviously you don't want anyone to know that you have
We're
been
here.
here, right?
Yeah.
You
Right.
maintain a frenemy and gain a new friend
Right.
at no
Mhm.
cost, right? Now, however, it is important to note that they have a weapon against the things that you're wearing, so that might not be possible,
Mhm.
right?
Ooh.
Now, you need to destroy their samples of this weapon, which somehow affects breath. That's all that you guys have surmised so far, right?
Mhm.
So that's going to take getting into the labs that they have, probably, and destroying their storage of the various different test samples. Maybe they've completed it. Maybe they've made something that's semi-effective, and that's why the swarm is so scared. Who really knows at this time, right? So you're going to need to get into the lab, wreck that shit. But if they've also clearly been making, I mean, obviously it's basic like protocol for any research station to make backups of their data. So you're going to have to destroy their central computer and hopefully purge through it all the other data that exists of this stuff, right? Then you will have to, I mean,
This is probably fine.
And finally, you're going to have to, I mean, you could destroy the station itself, right? You could engage in, I mean, like, as long as you guys are
Yeah.
not exposed, it's easier, right? But anyone who sees you, you will have to kill,
Yeah.
right? Or incapacitate or destroy.
That's what we know.
And, I mean, to boot, if he's going to build this thing again, he'll need this very structure. So if you destroy it, it might discontinue his desire to make something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think our oh, Amrit, no. Sorry. She says
Mm-hmm.
our goal should be, of course, to spare lives if possible. But at the end of the day, this is kill or be killed.
Trust me, I know that. I've been through that situation a long time ago.
If we don't get rid of this problem today, it will just be a problem for us tomorrow. It might look different, but it will be from that same asshole.
I
Well,
hate that guy.
He does not sound great.
He's not. He sucks.
Can confirm, he's not good.
In
Yeah.
that case, I say we cause maximum destruction.
Sounds good to me. I'll know what to look for in a lab. In that kind of scenario, I am on my best.
How can we blow
behavior.
this thing up? Like the entire structure is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If we place charges at certain points in the building, maybe.
Does anybody have charges?
I
Caster.
have a detonator and I have a few grenades on me. I think they'll be useful.
That could be helpful.
All right. So I say we head in to get whatever information that we can.
Uh-huh.
And then on our way, we should place charges at certain points. And then when we're on our way out,
Yeah.
we will detonate.
So you guys are gonna do. Let's do a little bit of recon, right? You guys can
Yeah.
like swim around. A couple of you have like
Yeah.
serious. All of you have swim speeds. Let's say.
Okay.
Um.
And I can see like the Dickens.
So you
Bug
all
suit.
like begin to swim around. You climb up the like slightly volcanic mountain that you're on top of this new island.
Mhm.
And you peer out over this thing. It looks like it itself is attached to the land by a large bridge. And the more that you look around, it looks like this tower that leads up into the sky also has a massive underwater section that stretches down deep into the water underneath.
That's what I thought.
And
Helena
indeed,
did.
as you look around, it seems like that underwater section has these massive vents, right, that stretch out a ways away from the structure itself. But
Are they?
Mhm.
Sorry, like exhaust port type vents.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you mean by exhaust port
Thank you.
type vents? I want to make sure.
Things that
vents.
if you clog, would be an issue.
Make an engineering check, Caster.
You got it.
Go for it. The math happens.
20,
Starfinder.
20 what?
Sorry.
25.
25. They don't look necessarily like exhaust vents, right? They're not active right now, but they are capable of, like, they are for something to go out or into, right?
That could be our way in.
Okay.
Totally.
I like that.
The weak section for explosives and the long bridge that is extended out.
I think the best thing that I can do is honestly to just perform security as we go through. I don't have a lot of skills that can help us with the detonation or the computer wiping, but I can try to be aware and get in the way of those that would do us harm. That's basically
You can help
what-
me destroy things.
Yes, you just point me at something and I'll cut it to ribbons.
Though, and she says this, of course, all telepathically because bug suits. I get the feeling it might be useful for us to keep some samples of what they're doing here, just in case our frenemies aren't on the friend side of frenemies.
just
what I'm
because
saying?
our frenemies be enemies.
Right.
Just in case. Just in case.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just keep them on me. I'll be subtle. You know me. I'm super discreet.
Oh, God.
She says, but you're not a good liar, though.
I can lie sometimes. Maybe.
She
But
lied.
you saw that thing saw inside of us what we were thinking. So even if you think, oh shit, I better be fucking lying, they're going to be like, ha! You have the serum.
What if I think really hard? What if I control my thoughts?
I'm just saying it's the risk that you would take.
I'll take it. I think it's useful for us to know what our enemies want and what our enemies don't want us to know.
I mean, I agree with you, but I think it would be, even if we don't have samples, if we can store it so that we don't like have it on us. Like,
Yeah, I mean, while I'm clearing out the data, I could just
Yeah.
make a backup on my computer.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Back up
just
the
thinking
files.
of biological samples here.
Right.
Things
Mm.
that we may not have encountered. Things that EloCatch has access to that perhaps we don't.
I mean, I'm 100% down for you to take biological samples. I just would caution you against taking the actual serum.
Okay, I'll take the
think-
components.
Sure. Live your life.
Great.
This
Fantastic.
is going to go very badly. Okay.
GM question.
Yeah.
So looking at the structure, would I have an idea of where their control room would be for hacking purposes based on this investigation?
You absolutely would. Yeah. The control room is going to be near to the orbital control or the orbital elevator control room, right? Which is going to be close to like the center of that like bulb, right? That's on the two sides of the two towers that extend up.
So that would be at the bottom?
Bottom is underwater, you now know. So
Right. Oh, so the middle part, it looked like?
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
You know what?
My
Let's
computer
do
only has the... Yeah.
Let's do a quick scribble. Let's get
Ooh.
our quick battle mat out. So,
Oh, boy.
My computer has a range of 100 feet. I'm assuming I'd have to get out of this suit to hack the system.
yeah. No, I don't want you to have to get out of the suit.
Thank you.
The suits are so cool.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
It'd be a
that's
shame.
It'd be a shame to have to get out of my suit.
Because I love the idea of just like clamping on the side of the thing and then hacking from inside of.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
I think my concern is like, is there a way for us to tell where we're going to have to go when we get inside? Like, is there a way for us to scan for like the center of all computer
This
transmissions
is how
in the
This is how
building?
you draw. This is art.
This is art.
Yes, art.
Good
Art
work,
isn't
Miles.
Easy.
Na, 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 na.
What the fuck is going on?
We're singing.
Song.
Theater, Miles.
It's theater, damn you!
We're singing a song from musical theater.
What song?
Art isn't
Putting it together.
easy by Stephen Sondheim from
Yeah.
Sunday in the
Oh.
Park with George. One
I hear
more.
George is not a nice dude.
He's
He's
not.
not great.
No.
Would not
I
recommend.
hear he's not great, but he likes hats.
Control
finishing
is
them.
right here. Let me get
He's
Okay.
really
better
obsessed
color.
with telling people about how he made a hat where there never was a hat. And
Look.
I'm like, dude, we
I
fucking
made a
get it.
hat.
You drew something.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's France. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
For your awesome
Can you tell
scores,
we're all theater people?
it
It
really you have trouble hiding it. Lab
I
and
know.
then out back
I would
here.
never.
Let me draw. I need a color.
Hmm.
Out
Also,
back
cheese
here
is really good.
the, are you eating cheese? Why are
I'm
you
really
eating
hungry.
cheese? My god.
Yes, cheese.
So out back here is the bridge over here, right? That makes
Right.
some sense? We making sense?
Yeah.
What happened
it
to that
does.
mass relay? Not know, Nick. All right. So, what are you guys doing? What's the plan?
Well, first, we're still on the other page, the page with
Oh, cool.
Darkness.
the darkness and the
The page.
Dungeon.
I
with the
cheated
darkness.
and looked at the stream.
Or
There
tap.
it is.
Well,
I
cheat.
oh, look at
love
this drawing.
this.
Also,
It's a
vaguely
great
looks
drawing.
like a dress outline, like when
Oh,
you're
yeah, a
getting
little
ready
bit.
to make a,
A
thing.
pattern?
Yeah, a pattern. thank you.
Girl.
She
Yeah, a
thick.
little bit.
Like you see the
Okay.
corset at the
Like a
bottom.
So
halter.
we know where that stuff is.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I don't want to split the party, but maybe we try to go in through the vents in the bottom, stop by the lab, collect what we can, and then go to control and fuck shit up.
That's a good plan. I like
I
that.
like it.
Great.
I don't think we need to
Fantastic.
plan any more than that.
Yeah.
Let's swim and jump in the
Yes!
water.
So you guys
Cool.
splash
I'm
and
living.
zip through.
Mhm.
The water like washes around your suits and makes this soft, like almost humming noise as it passes through the various different parts of your carapace. One more time, Elena.
Elena is just celebrating the fact that we were
Yes.
like, fuck it, we'll do it live.
I'm so happy. Planning is the worst.
Just for you.
So you swim down towards the lower part of this, and as you're swimming, you see in the distance these like lights approaching. A patrol of various different underwater submarines. It looks like a submarine and about 12 drones are coming your way. Actions.
How
Hmm.
do we destroy the submarine?
Can I create a ghost sound like very far away from us, like some sort of thing that's gonna alert them to the other side?
That's
Does it just go, ooh?
fucking genius.
Yeah.
What does it sound like?
It's gonna sound like an engine,
Great.
just like a loud kind of like junker engine.
Nice.
Amazing. All the times that a player has been like, I make ghost sound in the corner, doesn't make a lot of sense to me. This, for a sub where their only eyes are their ears, yes, that makes 100% sense to me. I fucking
Sonar.
love that. That's so smart,
Make
Elena.
that boop. That danger boop.
Danger boop.
Oh yeah.
Um,
we love it. We love it.
Let me roll for
It's
them.
cantrip. So
We love a danger boop.
I don't think I
Danger-
have to
saving
roll for it.
throw is will.
Yeah, what's your will save?
My will save is things that I know.
Who will
Things that I
save your soul?
know.
Get it?
16.
Great,
Yeah.
fantastic. You cast it. You continue swimming forward. There's a moment where they begin to turn around towards you, and then there's a jerk, and they sail down and away in the direction of your distraction, and you continue.
Yeah, that's
onwards.
right.
We better move fast.
Yeah.
You guys are entering in through these vents at the
Yes.
bottom end, right? You approach them. They're massive. These huge tubes that are about 30 feet in diameter.
Nice. I'm getting a real Clone Wars vibe from this episode, and I don't hate it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wait, can I take a look at the actual like inside of the vents now that we're inside them to see like what is expelled?
Absolutely.
From
so you
these?
see, as you approach, you see that there's like actual slats that close off the entrance, and then deeper in, there's also like a large pressure seal, which right now it's sealed. And as you move forward, I need all of you to roll a d20.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
What did you want us to add anything to
No.
it? 14.
17.
10.
Oh.
5.
Oh.
5.
5.
So, Castor and Amaruk are okay. Dexter, Kia, your suits begin to like convulse slightly. There's like little twitches, and you can feel these muscle tensions starting to press in on you and starting to like actually like make it really hard for you to breathe. Why don't you roll a life science check, Kia?
Ruh-roh.
You got it. You got it. That is a 27.
Oh shit!
The thing that they're clearly, it seems to you that there's some kind of poison in here that is affecting your suit's neurological functions.
Oh.
There's-
I voiced this to everybody.
That's not good.
So maybe, Jabby, should we just like take our suits off here and like leave them and pick them up later?
They're not like dead. It's just a little
Yeah.
bit of twitching. But if
We
you
also-
encounter a
we-
serious dose of it,
Yeah.
it's gonna fuck not just the suit up, but you as well.
Yeah.
Just so you're
So
aware.
she says we can't do that. The whole reason for the suits is so they don't see us. There'll be cameras everywhere. He runs a security company.
That's true.
Let's
I
do
was
this
just
quickly.
I got scared.
How do we
Yeah.
disable the poison? Do we see where the poison is coming from?
For Kia's awesome life science check, clearly the
Mm-hmm.
poison has come out of here at some previous time, and your system
Oh, so
is
this is
just
how they've
breathing
been.
the
They've just been
remnants.
shoving serum into the sea. That's what they've been doing.
Okay.
Yeah, through here. They just poop it out every so
Poop it.
often.
It's a metaphor for pollution.
Just poop it out.
Could
Cool.
I try and use my limited telekinesis with this to try and just like push some of these particles of poison away from our area?
Absolutely. So you start like kind of like
Trying to do a little mini
stirring it
filter.
away, trying to like clear it away. Are you okay, Anne? Did we get you?
I'm
They
fine,
just
I'm
poop
fine.
it
I'm so
occasionally.
sorry.
I poop it
Please
occasionally
continue.
too. Do you wanna talk about it? The
No.
poops?
You want to poop it out with us?
I just
Talk
want
about
you to
poops?
move on. Don't focus on me. I can do this. Focus on
Amazing.
Dexter.
All right. So at the end of this is this large pressure seal, right? And it is closed right now. It is sealed so that nothing can get in or out. Actions.
Is there anything that I can hack to open up the door, perhaps?
Yeah, absolutely. So you like reach out and you notice that there's like a large, a pretty significant computer system that controls this, like branch of the system of the. Oh God, the words, they are suddenly just like,
Spire?
running out. Spiral absolutely do. So why don't you make a computer's check to get like access to the open door part of
Got it.
this?
25.
Nice, beautiful. So as you begin to hack this, right, you reach out and like begin to touch the edges of this system, because this is like a system that's slave to a system that's slave to a system that's slave to a large, massive supercomputer somewhere inside of here. You realize that the security is incredibly tight. As your like brain begins to scrape the edge of this firewall, you realize that it's like electric and sharp, and biofeedback like crackles back at you, trying to like get its way up your system and into your brain. But you're able to find a little back door and slip your way through like a maze of different encryption into this door open code. But it seems like this is going to be the easiest thing that you're going to do. No one expected anyone to break in through here.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the Death Star. This is everything. Star Wars week. Star Wars week. Woo! I'm so excited.
Yes.
There's a big clunk as the metal around you echoes with the disengaging of magnetic locks, and then it opens and slowly shifts open so that the tide can flow in and out, and you squeeze around the edge of this massive door, and light flows down into this area from what looks like a moon pool up above. You can see catwalks and people walking up above and fluorescent lights shining down. Yeah, actions.
Man. Can I so we know that we need to go this is as down as it gets, so we need to go up to the lab from here. Yeah. So does there appear to be any like access to get up from where we are?
Right now you're underwater. You're gonna have to surface to get a clearer sense of that.
Okay. I
So-
will go.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
So you guys,
I'm just gonna
there's a
make
bunch of different
decisions.
ways that you can do
She
this,
starts swimming. She's got a goal in mind. She's gonna start swimming to the surface, like staying to the side, so she's not just like surfacing in the
right? Yeah,
middle
make
of
me a
this.
stealth check.
Yeah.
How big are these creatures?
Humanoid.
Okay.
Stealth. 17 altogether.
Nice. So you emerge up over the head of the water, over the like rippling edge of the water, and you can see that there's like these large vats that sit in the corner, but are connected to tube systems that kind of like arc over the top of the room, intersecting and crossing one another. There's like an order to it, but you couldn't fucking tell what it is. You've never spent much time in a lab.
Yeah.
And there are
But this is clearly the system that they're injecting the serum into the water.
That's the way it seems, yeah.
Yeah.
You do see that there's several different doors outside, and all of them have various different like signages attached to them, so it seems like it's designed to be easy to understand quickly, right? Up above, you see what looks like about 14 lab techs, right, who are walking back and forth. You don't see any guards here.
Okay. Yeah, why would you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
think
want to make one quick edit to what I've done before, because I didn't give Jabby any special way of movement. So Jabby, you realize as you're like sitting on the edge of this water, that the color of your skin has adjusted to the color of the metal behind you.
Ooh.
Oh.
Does everybody else have special ways of movement?
Yeah. Does Helena not?
I don't.
No.
You have a don't you have a sweet swim speed?
Oh, I thought everybody had the swim speed.
Oh, but you have eyeballs.
Me too.
You have special eyeballs.
I thought
eyeballs,
okay.
I have swim speed.
Okay, got it.
There we go. I fixed it.
Great. I have my special
Everyone
eyes.
gets something special.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're all special.
Yeah, cool. So I can see from here with my special eyes that there are no guards.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I telepathically communicate. This is great because we'll be able to be very quiet. So I telepathically communicate to them that through my swarm suit, that I don't see any things above, and that I think the best way up is going to be to carefully climb up the tubes.
Tubes are too small for your suits.
No. Like on the tubes, like use them as something to climb
I
up.
love that idea. Honestly, that was not how I imagined the room at first, but let's say that in the middle of the room, there's like a hole in the center of the ceiling.
Yeah.
And these tubes cling to the outside of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Jabby, do you want to go first? Because you are probably unlikely to be seen compared to the rest of us.
I'm loving this. It's just wraith suit.
And then maybe we could create some kind of distraction once you get up there.
I like making noises in places where noises aren't.
I like making noises.
I like trains.
No.
And turtles.
I just kept waiting for the sentence to continue and then it didn't.
So good.
Love it.
Okay.
I can
Great.
do a stealth check.
Please.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Plus. Where is it? All right. That is 12. I rolled low.
Great. Well, you do get a bonus. Tell me about how you're doing this.
So seeing the tile, I kind of wanted to just like sneak across the floor, just kind of like scuttle across the floor, keeping low so that if you're not looking at it, just out of the corner of your eye, you just see floor.
Great. Yeah.
And then a little bit of like a ooh. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is going to go so badly.
So you begin to you crawl up the side, and your like large arms, right, like clasp onto the edges of this thing, and you start until you reach the opposite edge of the room, and then you're able to just like carefully edge your way around until you're on to the these tubes. But as you do, you notice that, or rather, the rest of you underneath the water notice that one of the techs is like looking over, and he's like kind of rubbing his eyes, and he's like peering a little bit closer, and begins to walk.
And I cast Ghost Sound on the other side of the room. Just happy birthday. Like someone is drunkenly singing happy birthday in the lab. They use someone's name, Trisha. Happy birthday, Trisha. From like around the corner. So it's like, who is over there in the other hallway singing happy birthday to Trisha? She doesn't even work here anymore.
Who is she?
Happy birthday. You. Happy birthday, Trisha. Happy. All right. So
Yes.
fantastic. All right. So you cast that. Everyone's heads are like turn, and there's like a little bit of confusion going about. Actions. What are you guys up to?
All right. I'm going now that this is happening. I'm going to climb up.
Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Make me an athletics check because of this
Okay.
like speed of
Lucky
using
for
this
you,
drunken
I'm an
distraction.
athletic girl. Okay.
Ooh.
Hold on. Let me just check in case I have any special athletiques. No. Okay.
Nope. Okay. All right. Fine.
Cool.
Fine.
I
Then.
rolled not good. And I would use my one Desna roll a day, but I think I used it last time, so
You
I can't
did, yeah.
use it. So altogether, that is a 12.
Oh, brutal. That's your total athletics? Isn't athletics like
Well,
your
I
thing?
have a wait. Hold on. Let's just make sure. Let's all make sure that that's correct. I rolled a 3,
Oh.
and I have +8, so that's even worse. It's 11.
Did you incorporate your God? Did you incorporate your +5 strength?
Oh, I didn't do that.
So it's a 13.
That's a 13. We're right back where we started, folks.
What a journey it's been.
Oh my goodness.
So
Oh,
you,
thank
like-
you, Not 1D, for that new donation.
What?
Dooba dooba doo
Thank
reroll, says
you.
Not 1D and Not 1D. I wish that was a thing anywhere. Oh, you know what?
You know what?
He's probably looking at our old. I bet I still have all those
You
rerolls
know what?
and everything
Give
on
you
there.
a reroll. Give you a reroll.
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
Yes.
Why not?
Yay!
Why not? Yo, now the
Okay,
reroll.
cool.
Yeah,
18?
1D.
Here's the thing. Now the reroll is a secret menu.
Yeah, it's a secret menu.
Secret
It's like ordering from the
Ooh.
secret menu at Starbucks.
All right,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that so much more.
Yeah.
Great. So
If you know, you know.
Oh, no.
The OGs. Seen it here first.
that's really funny. The tip menu is only on Patreon.
The scandal.
So it goes a little bit roughly at first, right? You'd like try to clamber onto one of the catwalks, and like it's way too slippery, and you're not used to this body. You're way used to like this smaller lithe form, so you like almost bang the edge of the of this like large metal catwalk with your foot. And then you
Oopsies.
let's say that Kia reaches up and grabs your leg,
Yeah.
and you carefully pick it up a little, moving a
And
little
in
bit
your brain, you
slower.
hear, "Oh no, we."
Here's a boost.
Oh, no.
I got you.
And you like leap up and land carefully, just like
Yeah.
right in the pocket of this
Oh,
hole.
Jesus, I punched my mic.
All right, actions. Dex is there.
I'm
Amaruk
gonna
is there.
follow.
Yeah. All right, great. Do you
I'll
have any
follow.
tactics?
Oh, sorry.
I have an idea. Can I use my technopathy node to affect some? Actually, I can do 4 computer. Can I do 4? No, never mind. I'm going to use my technopathy node to send a message to a computer
Oh yeah. What's the message?
saying that there's an error and that there needs to be maintenance seen in a different room.
Immediately.
Fantastic. So happy
Mm.
birthday, Mr. President Trisha. And
Mr.
then
President Trisha.
in the different corner of the
She's
room.
the VP of Elo Catch's
When
client tech.
when the computer goes, error. It's bad, guys. Guys, it's real bad. You're gonna wanna come over here. I don't even. Ooh, I'm the computer, and I don't even know what it is. Oh boy, can I get a human in here ASAP?
Amazing.
And you like
Said no
scrabble
computer
up in the
ever.
chaos. Kia, what were you
Right.
gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna follow behind Amaru.
Great, and with
Yeah.
that great freaking, I love that idea so much. Kia's like,
Cool.
okay,
Yeah.
my turn, and everyone, you guys are up in the pocket and like
Yeah.
zipping your way upwards, and this.
So
Mhm.
these people, have they left yet? Are they leaving the room based on this?
The computer was in the room.
Oh,
Yeah.
but the computer told them to leave the room and go to a different room. I thought that's what Parker asked for.
So Parker could not have found another computer in another room. He can only see what he can see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
100 feet. It's basically it's like saying like error, like destabilizing.
Yeah.
Please go to pressure
Yeah, yeah.
tanks.
If we make a lot of noise, she says in their ears, if we make a lot of noise here, I think it will be bad later. So we need to do this as quietly as possible. Can
Copy.
you hack into the computers from here?
I think we have to get closer.
Oh, if I can
Parker
get in-
does not.
If I get 20 feet of it, I can do it.
You're 20 feet of it.
Okay. So you need to download all of the information about this serum and then begin wiping the computers.
Downloading.
Cool. So here's the thing.
Yes.
Go,
Tell me the
roll your
thing,
computer
baby.
check. Roll your computer check, and then we'll talk about the
Can
thing.
I assist?
Yeah, why not?
I'm imagining these two bugs sitting with an iPad in this like dark like causeway looking down on
That's
this
a natural 20.
and we're all just huddled.
What's the
a
normal assist
space-
bonus?
Is it +4?
God, we are
That
so
seems
bad.
like
at
We're
this.
so
lot.
bad.
Oh man.
We just play Starfinder however we fucking want.
We really do. Though.
Um,
It's just
Oh,
so
man.
fun.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 32.
Okay, so that
Ooh.
is. Ooh.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
That's gonna be.
You just blow the thing up.
8.
Wow.
Yeah, great, fantastic.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so you
Wait, you got a 32?
I got a 32.
plus your 8 action.
Twins.
I got a 19 naturally, and I just
Holy
just
crap! That's it for rolling.
Nat
good.
20 with a 12.
Um,
Yeah.
So you guys,
Yeah.
the two of you begin to. Well, okay. Here's what happens. Your like little cable reaches out and like inserts inside of Dex's like
I don't like this.
neck
I
and
don't
like
like
goes
that
down
at all.
and connects with his computer inside of his suit. So you're able to
Mm.
like
Aw.
both of you jack into this system.
That's cute.
And it's like it just
Mhm.
it just parts for you. It's just perfect luck. You slip in past the firewall. The password's opened like butter. Trisha, it's just
Butter.
Twisha69, like 3 levels of it. It's great.
Trisha.
Girl.
And you emerge out into the cyberspace like a few levels lower and deeper than you should be. You have a map of this place. Like that.
Yeah.
Your predictions were super accurate. The research lab with the samples is at the middle of that base place, right? Right in the middle of the underwater stuff. And it's deeply secured, but the path that you're taking does lead to it. It just has a laser grid.
Mm-hmm.
That's about 20 yards up from where you are that covers that entire place. However, you're not like in the computer yet, right? You're only in like the bottom research area. There's for like minor techs. All of the central data goes to OPSIS, which is this what seems like a massive computer of a massive challenge rating somewhere deeper in the facility. In order to get into that thing, you have like a couple of passwords. You kind of know what you're doing, but in order to get into that thing, you would need a better computer, a supercomputer itself, or really another roll like you just rolled.
Okay, so does that mean that if we actually leave the lab and go up to control, that we'd be able to get it?
Your best bet, the two of you realize, is going to be physically destroying the computer.
Right.
Right? I'm going to give you 2 questions or requests. Like whole system questions or requests.
Okay.
One from each of you. Let's do it this way.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just attacked by my cat.
Did you have something in
I
mind,
know,
Dex?
it got very Shadowrun
I was
very
thinking
quickly.
something about trying to deactivate the weapons or finding a hallway where we can just like kill all the camera feed or just loop it so it looks so we can have just safe passage
could
to the
choose one of
control
those.
room.
Right.
I would
Yeah.
say looping would be great.
Yeah. That way they don't see it go down.
Is that yours, Dex?
Yeah, so safe passage to the control room.
Cameras are looped. That's not safe passage to the control room. That's cameras looped.
Right, cameras looped. Yeah, so that we can move
Mhm.
around without being stressed.
So with that being said, on that path, so this is going to be a question. Will we face any hostility? Like, can I get a schematic of like
There's
if
there's a laser grid.
so there's a laser
Okay,
grid.
on the path to the control room, it's a ways to the control room, right?
Mhm.
It is going to be tricky to get to the control room one way or another. Getting to the research lab, there's a laser grid.
Great. And that's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So I know that there's a laser grid. Good.
You already
We
knew
can-
that. You already knew that. So I'm
Great.
just specifying so far.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. God, is there a way? Do I know, like, reading the map and all that stuff, if there is something closer that we can shut off the laser grid? Because ideally, shut off that laser grid, that's fine. But
Mhm.
I would want to go a little bit closer and not have a laser grid that's off for, let's say, like an hour or
The
so.
fail safe is in in operations.
Oh, it's an opsys.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I can't turn it off
You
unless
could.
I go to
You
opsys.
could.
Oh, I could.
You have one pretty much system-wide command that I'm allowing you.
Mm.
Let's shut it off now.
Okay, so the two things that you have done are you have looped all the cameras for the next couple hours, and you
Okay.
have disabled the laser grid that is protecting the central research area. Great.
Okay, so speaking in our heads,
Mhm.
Amaruk offers that means that we can offer to these people death or silence.
In what context?
Either we kill them and destroy what's in this room, or we say, swim out through the vents, save yourselves, but you won't want to be here for long. We offer them options.
I see. Do we want to announce our presence right now?
For my awareness,
No.
we're talking about the people
In
in
our-
the room that you guys are
In the
still
room,
in.
physically in the room, yeah. But we're not talking out loud.
Yeah, I hear that.
Right. I think it would be risky considering, someone could easily notify everyone else in the building. I say we try and disable stuff first, and then, oh no, there's going to be an explosion, the building's going down, and then they get out and we get out.
Okay, but we still need to place charges.
Right.
Which we will do. We will do.
But how are we going to get, like, so in my mind, just please tell me if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah.
We're in this, like, we're sitting on top of the, like, lip of this bubble room, right? That sits way up from where the water was where we swam in, right? So we climbed up the tubes and then over the top of the bubble, and we're sitting.
Oh, you guys
looking
haven't
through
gone
this-
up yet from my engagement.
What then?
right?
What did we climb to?
We're closer
You
to
guys
the
are
lab.
still down at the bottom, right? Where you guys so bubble room and moon pool, right?
Mhm.
Let's
Yeah,
draw it.
and we're
Let's
between
draw
that.
it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Draw.
We have the
draw, draw,
technology.
Draw.
Draw.
Right.
Draw
Drawing
it
to-
all.
I was like, what's happening? I'm confused.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. All right. So, give me a second. Let me clear this away.
Mhm.
Boo-da-boo. New color. Let's go for turquoise, because why not? So,
Oh.
here
turquoise.
is the room. Here is your passage up. Here is moon pool stuff and catwalks just above it, right?
Right.
Here's Trisha. It's her birthday.
There she is.
Trisha.
Go,
you.
Trisha.
Happy
It's
birthday.
your birthday. You're gonna
Yes,
have a
Trisha.
drunk
Not
person
really.
sing your birthday. You're very confused, Trisha.
It is. Everyone had forgotten.
Trisha's
Oh,
I made
really
her day.
happy.
Trisha.
It's Trisha's birthday. Trisha was like, "Oh, everyone forgot, but it was a surprise party." And drunk James, the Yusoki,
Classic James.
James. You
The party
guys,
was a month ago, but they finally remembered.
Oh.
you guys are right here, clinging in bug form to the
Yes.
edges of
Mhm.
here.
And that's fine.
There's
So
Parker's
bad.
wings. And you guys just did a big hackito. Let's do
Yeah.
some green. Yeah.
Not to be confused with the taquito.
Onto the
Oh,
computer
girl,
over
I want
there.
one.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I'm hungry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Up here
Hmm.
is where the research like core is.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we actually keep climbing, we can just
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah. And now the grid is the laser grid's gone, so we'll be
Okay.
fine.
I misunderstood the
Hopefully.
room, and now it's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, so what do we do now? Do we need to do anything else in this room, or do we leave a charge here and continue our way up?
I mean, I say let's keep on moving. I only have so many grenades on me.
Right.
Won't
How
we want to
many?
destroy everything that's in this room?
Maybe not this room. Really important as opposed to the control room and the lab.
This is the lab.
Nope.
Isn't it the lab?
Nope. Lab
No.
is up above.
You just said that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you're quite
Let's
right.
go to the lab. Goodbye. Begins climbing.
So you
To
guys
the
head on up.
lab.
Yep. This goes for meters after meters after meters until up ahead you hear this like low humming of equipment. And you carefully peek over the top to see a large room with these glass partitions separating out, let's say, 5 different sections. More map.
More
I
map.
love maps.
More map. More map. Map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Oh my god.
What a mashup.
Oh man.
The
You heard it
first
here
one was an
first.
Anne Richmond original. The second one was Dora the Explorer.
And Richmond has some good originals, I will say. Go
Oh,
check
thank you
out
so
our
much.
dice video for an amazing
Oh, shit.
Mm.
original.
It's true.
So
We talk
I
level
made
up dice. Sings to me.
Helena's
you
dice
all
sing to her.
you all are right here in the center.
Are we
Um,
playing soccer or football? What are we doing? It looks like
All
a
right.
bad soccer.
All right. Oh, thanks, Anne.
Oh.
Great.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna
Cool.
die so hard.
Roll initiative.
Roll
No.
initiative
I
because it's a
added
ball
couple
and it
more
would roll.
partitions for complication.
No, no.
So you guys are in the
What you
center
did.
of this circular room, right? There's partitions all around you, and the center one that you've climbed up to is where they're actually storing all of what seems like these samples of the gas, right?
Oh shit.
These
Mhm.
clear vats that have this like kind of semi. I almost rolled for color. What color? What color? What color?
Purple.
Purple. Everything's purple. I've done too much purple in this game.
Oh,
Never
fine.
not
Sickly
Green.
yellow.
Yellow.
Ew.
Exactly.
It does look very very
Yeah.
Sickly.
gross.
So this like kind of
Ugh.
yellowish fluid with these little thin wispy flecks inside of it. That almost look like feathers, but they keep disappearing and reappearing
Yeah.
in various different places in
Ugh.
the inside of the stuff.
Right.
And there's about 12 of them all around you, 3 on each side. Now these other partitions have various different like testing areas, clean rooms, right? Whatever it's called, that thing that you put your hands into the gloves on the box. You know what I'm talking about. It's in Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Sure.
The sandbox.
Yeah, the sandbox. There are a
Next
bunch
to
of
the Juicy
sandboxes.
Juice station.
So is
Yes.
this the place that we need to destroy now? She says questioningly. It seems like we were told we needed to destroy the lab and the data in the central computer, and this seems to be the place.
For some
where-
reason, you're just not picking up on all the things that I'm saying. You're like getting them all jumbled
Only some
together.
of
So
them?
I'm gonna say them again, right?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Central computer, lab, and
Yeah.
bridge.
Bridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and those are 3 separate things, right? The
Yes.
samples are in the lab. The central
Yeah.
computer has how to make damn samples, and bridge
Right.
is how you knock this thing into the ocean so that it can't make no more
Got
shit.
it. Got it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no,
Okay.
you're quite all right. It's a lot of information. I'm
Because
not
I just kept that's what I wrote down from the first time was
Mhm.
destroy those two things. Okay, but this is one of the two things. So how are we going to destroy it?
From this vantage point, can we see any people?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Let's say
How
let's
many?
go back to our little mapito.
Mapito taquito.
Mapitito. We're all about the taquitos right now.
Everybody was saying taquitos, and now then somebody said tequila, and I was like, give me a tequila.
That sounds lovely. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Guards on orange X's. Groups of 4.
Orange X.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Groups of 4.
And techs in every one of the blue rooms.
Hmm?
There's no one in your room. There's also like sporadic activity surrounding in the like the hallway that surrounds the central room, but it seems
Mhm.
like it's like
Mhm.
you're in the middle of a work day, so people are doing their shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Okay. So I repeat again. Are we trying to destroy these things here? Or do we want to start causing chaos elsewhere? We have no cameras.
Right.
The thing that we don't have is we haven't shut down communications, which would be really helpful.
Right.
Communications meaning radio?
Yeah, like we want to make sure that they can't
Mhm.
call each other.
Right.
Cool.
We can talk to
Uh,
each other all we want, and that's really what we need.
Yeah, but we don't want them to be able to say, "Hey, there are people here."
Which is the best
yeah.
part about having like biosuits is that they're not really built to hear that kind of communication.
Mhm.
Mhm.
What if we sneak in, grab samples because your girl wants samples,
Mhm.
head out, get to the computer, and then on the way out, we decimate this place?
Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah.
also the problem of if we don't come back down because we're at the bridge, right? Sending it
Mhm.
into the ocean. If we don't come back down, then these things would just be floating in the water and someone could either pick them up or they could explode and hurt more of the swarm in the water.
Mm.
Ugh.
So I kind of
mean-
feel like we need to start making difficult decisions now-y.
Yeah.
We do.
What if we contaminate the samples?
Yes.
What if I add something to the samples?
Yeah, just
that
add something
is-
to the samples so they're
Yeah.
fucked up.
And
so
then
can I add some of the strange Benjamin adrenaline that I got in season 1 throwback? Can I figure out like into these vats how I can just inject something strange into it, basically to corrupt the sample?
God.
that's smart.
I make a medicine check from hell
Or-
Medicine.
because you don't know what
ooh.
this is at all.
Yeah, we could
it's
like put
a-
in something that's gonna make it explode.
Yeah, it's a 13.
Yeah, you. So what your 13 is going to give you is that like not really with like going
Okay.
blind. Like no, not quite. It's like an interesting idea, but you might be able to do it if you knew about the composition of whatever they're creating.
So is there a
Cool.
computer that we can hack into up here to find that out?
Go for it. Yeah, there's
Great.
a bunch of computers in this room.
Cool.
Wireless
You
hack.
know what? Choose a number 1 through 4, Parker.
3.
Great.
Great. Wireless.
Was it the wrong
Wrong
number?
answer.
You won't know.
Exactly.
Nice.
I hate this.
I would like to assist if possible.
Ooh, tequila. Go for it.
That's a 30.
What?
Okay.
So,
he gets his
can I have
plus
your
2
dice,
bonus.
or-
So I rolled a 31.
Nice, beautiful,
Mm.
beautiful.
So that's like what, 36 now?
So you start like getting into these computers. It's very heavily guarded. And you weave your way inside. Getting past the outer firewall, you already have a couple of passwords. You're starting to figure out these computers, and as so the like cyberspace of these Kleintech computers is this very carefully ordered Fibonacci perfect nature scene. where everything has its exact place. Everything is in exactly the correct, like all the golden ratios are exactly perfect. Everything is defined in this mathematical order. And as you're like approaching the node that you think has this information, that is what they're using to put into this this formula to create this serum, out of the ground erupts this earth elemental, stumbling forward. And on top of its back, it has like these two orbs that look like eyes, and you like dash for cover very quickly, like trying to hide inside of like some off-branch code as quickly as you can, while these eyes carefully scan back and forth over you. Make a make a computers check.
Make a computers check. That is a 32.
Ooh.
Okay,
Nicely
this
done.
is fine. Everything's
Nicely
fine.
done. You like
What a good day.
elven robe yourself into the rock, becoming a part of it, right? And the scans pass over you, and the earth elemental like disintegrates back into dust and sand, and you walk over it to
So cool.
reach up into the tree and pluck the fruit. So you know that the actual creation of this serum is made from a bunch of different naturally occurring creatures that exist on this planet. There's a couple of anemone-like creatures that have a neurotoxin that is super effective against the swarm. And when they augment that with a couple of different things, especially some magically augmented things also from other creatures on this planet, they get this current neurotoxin. Make me another life science or medicine check, Kia.
All right. That is a nat 20.
Yes!
Nice.
So that is a 28.
Great.
For
Beautiful.
medicine.
I love that. So you're like, wait, You go over to Castor, you slit open his like fire producing gland and like drop carefully a couple of drops in, and you hand it over to Dex and say one in each. Dexter, make a stealth check. You're getting plus 10 on
Okay.
this.
Ooh, plus 10 on the
Oh.
stealth check.
But also the moment Kia goes up to Castor with a knife and goes, hold on.
Excuse
Hold
me.
still, slice.
24.
Nice. So you carefully up onto the second floor, onto the floor of this place, and then like carefully make your way up to the edge of the thing, waiting for your camouflage to adjust to the transparent, flowing, fluid quality of this goo inside of it, and just your two pincers carefully pulling the vial up and then dripping. And then going to the next one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
One by one by one, and as you drop this like little piece of this bile into it, it starts to change and it starts to swirl, and it starts to go faster and faster and faster.
no.
And Kia, you realize a little bit too late that it's probably gonna blow.
Guys, I think I've realized this may be a little too late. It's probably going to blow.
Oh no.
Okay, so this is gonna
Let's go.
destroy this catch. So let's go up. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
let's go
Up.
to the control room.
So you guys can't. The tubes end here because they
Oh,
take
fuck.
these
No.
samples and send them
Okay.
down and
Great.
out.
So this is where Amaruk is gonna look for a door with her eyes and listen for like the way that sounds like an entranceway.
Absolutely. So it's not hard for you to see.
Yeah.
There's one way out of here for security reasons, right? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Ginger, thank you for hanging out until 3:30. We're so glad you came by.
Thank
Come
you.
back next time.
Thank
We'll
you,
see you then.
Ginger.
Thank you so much. 7:00 p.m. Eastern time every freaking Thursday. And if we're not doing this,
Yeah.
we'll be doing something else. All right.
Yeah.
Great.
From our previous roles, would still have map of the whole place, right?
Mhm.
We just like
Yo,
mentally
Dex is
share
right.
that place.
Dex is 100% right. Yeah.
Yeah, because if we can like mentally communicate, I imagine we can just constantly like project the map image
Yeah.
so we can
Absolutely.
follow along.
So there's one door out of here for security reasons. And there's going to be a variety of different public hallways and elevators that are going to lead up to operations room. That's the only way. Air here is cycled out.
It's
That's
cycled.
the only way.
Yeah, this place is
Okay.
this place is actually suspended inside of a vacuum chamber.
Okay.
Oh,
So we're gonna have to get in an air vent.
There are no air vents in.
No,
and out
I'm
of
sorry.
here.
I'm sorry.
There are no.
So we have to go through a door.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to wait for things to be as like quiet as they can, and then I'm gonna jump down and just like quickly attack someone by a door.
I also have a smoke grenade.
Love that. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, what's the plan? Talk to me.
Like I just want to start doing it. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
yeah.
Whatever it is.
Sneaking towards the door.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
So-
go with Anne's plan because Anne spoke first. So you
Okay.
you like clamber up on top of the
Yeah.
top of the edge of here, right? And immediately you see one of the techs like look at you, and his
Yeah.
eyes grow wide, and he's just
Yeah.
entirely
And I'm just gonna
frozen.
leap on him. And
Do it.
I'm gonna leap on him and 3d8 plus 5 damage him.
Great, please do.
So I'm gonna roll to hit with my normal melee bonus, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Plus 2
Mhm.
because of
Because you're
increased strength.
exceptional strength.
because I strong girl.
Oh.
All
That's a
right.
good point.
Cool. All right. So let's see.
Do it.
16 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely. So you
Okay, cool.
leap forward. Your three claws, your like other arm bashing through the glass. It like fiberglass kind of like tries to stick together with like spider weave that's inside
All
of it,
right.
and then erupts out like these pieces hanging off of it, and your blade extends forward, and you
I do 25 damage. I'm attuning to photon.
punch
So that's actually 27 damage.
clean through
Holy
his head
cow.
like a predator, and
Yeah.
his like the top half of his skull erupts backwards and splatters against the
Yeah.
glass behind him. All right, let's just go in order.
Didn't
Jabby.
we see? Can I
Yeah.
ask a question? I'm sorry. You said that we saw like hand things at one point, right? Like
I don't know
things
what that
to
means.
look. When we were looking at the first lab, you said we looked around and saw like everything that you'd expect, including like something where you would have to put your hand on a reader.
I
to
didn't
get
say
through.
that, but yeah, the
Okay.
locks are biometric.
Great. I cut off his hand.
Great, cool, free action, evisceration.
Hand removal.
Um, Jabby, you're up.
I was making a stealth check to the door because I was on one of the
Yeah,
little vats
Yeah.
dropping the stuff in.
absolutely.
And that is 20. So that's a 30 total.
Oh, good God. So like everyone's looking over at Amaruk, and you skitter out of the hole in the glass that she's made and just zip over to the door, and as it begins to like close, you make me an athletics check.
Okay. Oh no, that's a nat 1 though.
Oh no.
No.
What are your modifiers? What are your modifiers?
That one
Starfinder?
doesn't matter.
No, it's Starfinder.
Oh.
Elena's right that per raw, nat 1 on skill checks is not an automatic fail.
It's not a thing.
So-
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Great. Then
Normal
what's your
mod-
bonus?
But I'll
so it
do
would just be
whatever I
strength.
want to your nat 1, okay?
Right. So the strength modifier
Yeah.
would from the creature is what?
+5.
+5? Okay, so that's a 6 total.
Great, fantastic. No points in athletics. So it like begins to close, right? It's been open for a second, and the air. What is the word for this? It's the thing that keeps the air in. It's the blast doors. Great. Blast doors begin to close, and you like kind of push a little bit to keep it open, and you're like, no, that's a waste. That's a lost
No.
cause. That's a lost cause. You guys get here quickly as you stand on the far side, waving bug hand rapidly. All right, let's do Kia.
All right, cool. I'm going to also just try to like get there as fast as possible.
Great. You can
see
absolutely
if I
get there
can-
as fast as possible. And yeah, do you want to keep it open?
Yeah, I want to try to like, I'm gonna like put my body even horizontal to just keep this open and go.
Great. Roll it.
Great. Athletics.
Yes, please.
All right, that's an 18.
Woo, nice. You're like holding it back. You're managing to like stifle this thing's movement as somewhere in the deep like gears grind and you can hear the building start to groan around you. Caster.
Great. I'm just gonna run to the door and tumble through.
Amazing. Beautiful. You make it to the other side with great ease. However, there are 4 guards at this door, right? Who have seen you all like stumble through, try to keep the door open, and they all begin to fire on you. One of them like just desperately scatters bullets around, completely missing all of you. Jabby, what's your armor class?
My AC is which one?
Kinetic.
KAC is 18.
Great. That is 12 points of damage to your suit. I said 90 points of hit points
I think you
for
said
it.
70.
70. Thank
70.
you. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take 90. I mean,
Oh gosh, one of them like rushes up to you, Kia, getting a little bit too close. You get an attack of opportunity.
nice.
Cool. I like grab my sword from my back and just like
You want to use
just like
your
straight
sword?
across. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I don't want to use
So,
these
like-
cool alien weapons. I want to use my good old
No, I want to use
sword.
my freaking sword.
Go for it. Yes.
Her name is Red. I love her.
We stand red.
We stand red, Elena. Go for it.
I mean, it's not good, actually. Can I retcon?
No.
I mean, it's an 11 to hit.
that is a miss. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So I'm gonna
I'm
retcon.
not used to this bug suit.
I know, right? I'm gonna retcon myself, and he was like running away from you. The final one takes a shot at you, and just like the armor, the shots bounce off of your armor, reflecting back and forth. All right, several guards rush up to you, Amaruk. One of them swings out a large great axe and slashes across at your chest. You're gonna take 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Another one swings over your head with like a series of oh god, I want to call them tauntauns. What are those? The
Tonfas?
tonfas, yeah. They're like the electrified tonfas.
Those tauntas are tiny.
Those
That's so
tauntauns are
cute.
tiny. And you like duck underneath them easily. A final one rushes up and begins to fire at you, but you like duck and backflip out of the way. And
it's like her bug fighting, like her is all like skittery around the room, and she has like all this different, like she's always been like a very physical person that's been all about like pouncing, and now it's all about like jumping out of the way and like parkouring off of stuff, and like it's very buggy.
It is your turn, Amaruk.
Okay, is there one right next to me?
There's 4 right next to you. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna go ahead and take full attack action. Just a casual full attack action. All right,
Great.
Cool. So
you do realize that Kia is holding the door for you.
Oh.
Just making sure that you're aware.
Okay, bye. Okay, so what I'm gonna do instead, as Kia is holding the door to make this even more crazy, is I will activate Blazing Orbit.
Yeah.
So that I can move and just leave a trail of fire across everybody that I run by.
Beautiful. So you leave this flame as you retreat. They desperately try to swing it at you, but they cannot roll above a 10 today.
It's just a lot of being on fire for them, honestly. And anybody who passes through it would take some damage that we don't really care about.
As the doors begin to close, you see the flames start to whip up and make contact with like the burning pieces. One of the bullets has hit one of the vats,
sample
and it's
things,
like start to spill out and like evaporate into this like red kind of mist, and it makes contact with the mist, and then there's this as the fire takes and it explodes out, flame bursting out of the door as you both as all of you step to the side, and it erupts out in your direction. the door that you're standing in front of makes like an indent outwards as the eruption happens inside of there. And the alarm begins to sound. This wow. Wow. Is that too Star Wars?
It's fine. I love it.
I
Do
love
it.
it.
Love it.
Do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was that, Parker?
If it were Star Wars, it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
It's
you
stupid.
killed Parker's cool
So
sound
it does
effect.
all of that.
And
I'm
let
sorry.
Parker do the sound effect.
Please go.
Go.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
I realized that was a little bit Dance Monkey Dance. Hope you didn't.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you. I was just excited about what you were doing.
It's the Star Wars siren, of course.
Sure.
We all want to do the Star Wars siren.
Yeah.
All right, so you
We
guys are now in
running.
a long metal hallway that has these glass like domes over it, and outside it looks like the center of this structure actually has water inside of it, and fish and sharks and strange creatures swim in and around it. Here, roll a life science check.
Sure. That is a 23.
None, or rather all the creatures that you see are native to the Pact Worlds.
Gross. Okay.
Sure.
They're just like zoos. This is not good. It's not good. Also, if it's about zoology, it's a DC -5
Yeah, I know.
miles. I'm just putting that
You're
out.
good.
Oh,
You're doing.
boy.
You're
Okay,
doing
cool,
great.
cool,
You're
cool.
doing great, honey.
Cool. Thanks.
Um,
Thanks.
Right.
Great actions. What are you guys up to?
Running
Elevator?
towards the control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that, Dex? I'm sorry.
I was just saying running towards control.
Great.
Yeah.
So you guys
Yeah.
take off, dashing forwards towards control. It doesn't take you long. You see like guards approaching from down the way. You make a turn. You find a large elevator, which you can see because of the see-through walls. It's not
Yeah.
it's not hard to navigate at all. And you hop inside the elevator and press some buttons and vroom up. It must be a
Right.
little bit weird to these people who have been like fighting the swarm to see them like civilly use an elevator and like wait as the music plays.
Mhm.
Oh
my God. Packed world music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the alarm blasts in the
Amazing.
background.
Yeah, my bug suit definitely like puts a claw on the side of the elevator and then just like hands on the hips, like wow, look at this view.
Yeah.
It's like looking around.
Yeah, you can see that like the bottom of it is like a speed grown coral reef as well.
Ooh.
Well, that's cool.
They're really using their environment. I really appreciate that when it comes to structure building. And I don't know, using your environment is always the correct answer.
It's true
Right,
though that the
Miles?
coral reef is all like all of the genuses in here are imported,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
quite the move towards
It's a different colonialism. It's different kind.
Yeah, for real.
I hate it.
And then finally you disappear into some kind of structure above you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the doors open in front of you.
Yeah. What do I see?
I
What do
had
my
to-
bug
I had
eyes
to
see?
burp first. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. I thought you touched your chest because you
yeah.
were like, you see death. You see your death.
Mhm.
Like you were so touched by it.
On a pale white horse,
On a
a
pale white
space horse.
We had
Of
equal
course.
votes on the Patreon earlier, and I want to see if it's changed. So give me 1 second. I'm going to look
Oh
this up.
no.
Oh no.
For anyone who doesn't know, on our Patreon, we allow you, the viewers, to vote on certain things. The rest of us don't look at it. So we have no idea what's about to happen to us. That you
TPK
have
or not
chosen.
TPK? It's up to you, I
You
guess.
decide.
Is you is or is you ain't?
My burber.
So ahead of you is this large room. There's a bunch of consoles on the area on the like the level that you're on, right? And various different texts are like rapidly like running towards the corners of the room, towards various exits. And up ahead, there's several guards who seem to be like readying themselves. They're like deploying portable cover. And at the far end of the room is this large glass opening that shows the massive energy-based orbital elevator at the far end. And it like this powerful light flashes forward at you, silhouetting everything ahead of you. And you can see at the far end of the room as well is this huge obsidian obelisk that stretches up towards the ceiling, and out of it runs these various different cables with some kind of liquid pulsing in and out of it, wrapping around it and passing through it. That is the supercomputer.
Okay.
This massive quantum, no space computer that controls everything inside of this huge facility. And something stands up slowly.
Oh
on the
no.
edge of this like balcony where the supercomputer is located. It's somebody. It's not something. It's somebody.
Yeah.
It's very clearly a humanoid form. It looks human, but it's entirely silhouetted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as you watch it, it like shakes its head, kind of cracks its neck from backside to side, and then it begins to shift, changing. Bone pops out of socket. Muscle begins to shift and change and alter itself as this creature begins to grow and grow and grow, like exceeding its own capabilities and moving past its own physical bonds until this massive silhouette of this alien-looking wolf thing stands ahead of you. And then it shakes its arms, and these huge blades pop out, extending out like 10 feet out in each direction. And it...
What the hell is that? What is that, Miles? Miles? What the fuck is that?
Death.
It's a distant relative of yours, Anne.
I know. What is it? What I know
It's
wolf
cousin
things.
Garlov.
Garlov.
What's my mysticism arcana check? What's the equivalent?
I mean,
I can never remember
Culture?
the skills.
Probably mysticism.
Yeah, make a mysticism check. Mysticism.
Mysticism.
Check for some
Okay.
mysticism.
God damn, that roll sucked. 10.
Does Helena have better mysticism?
Yeah, I can roll that if you
roll.
want.
I bet you're
Yeah.
also wondering,
like it?
Helena, what this fucker is.
That is a 31.
Yes,
Oh,
bitch.
yes, you did.
Thank God.
That's a werewolf.
That's a werewolf,
But also
Okay,
not
different
a
thing. It's
werewolf.
fine. Oh no.
but also not a werewolf. It's
Let's
It's a
say
bee
it's more than a werewolf. More than
it
a
a
Wait,
werewolf.
there's more.
It's more than a werewolf. All right.
Okay. Do you want us to roll for initiative? What are we gonna do?
I think we're at time.
Oh my God, that went so
I know it
fast.
went
Did.
Miles. How dare?
I want to fight it.
Well, you just have to wait
No.
until next week. Not when D says cool, 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 cool,
Cool, cool, cool, cool, cool, cool,
cool, cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool, 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 cool.
That's probably fine.
This is how I interact
Amazing.
with chat.
That's
This is
fair.
true.
Y'all, that was a blast. I'm so excited about your
Was.
bug suits.
Two.
And I'm so
I'm drawing them
I can't-
as
I
magical
see.
girls.
I cannot wait to see our magical
So
girl
good.
bug
Yeah.
suits.
I love
Oh
that.
my god.
For real.
That was an absolute pleasure. Not 1D. Thank you so much for those tips.
Thank
Oh
you.
my
Thank
god. Thank you
you.
so much for those subs. Thank you so much for that raid. Thank you so much for those
Yeah.
follows. What a heckin' stream.
I know.
That was a
Yeah, this
time.
is
I
fun.
just don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. Every time I come to stream, I'm just like, I don't know what's gonna happen today. And
so good.
sometimes like it's just a gentle time.
Yeah.
And like the last 3 times I've come on stream, I'm just like, the love, it's everywhere. It's gonna get me. And I just like thank you so much for that. I know this crew in general, and also Miles over at his channel, we want to provide ourselves a place where we can be ourselves and express ourselves artistically and feel like we can achieve things in this apocalyptic fuck show that we're all living through right now. But we also want this to be a place where you guys feel that too.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, if there are any folks from Veronica's stream still here, thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thank
coming over
you.
here. Oh my gosh, another $25 from Not One D. What is happening? One more for the road, they
What?
say. Jeez, Louise.
Oh, wow.
Did we make half? Are we halfway there?
Whoa, we are. We're halfway there. We're halfway to another giveaway.
Shit.
Oh my goodness.
So these giveaways happen on whatever stream I am currently on when we hit the total. So make sure you come by for more stuff. And again, for those of you in Italy, I think Veronica said this when we raided over there, but we are, as New Yorkers, all of us, and so many of you guys in the Rome area and other areas too,
Yeah.
are just so in the same boat. This is really a universal effort that we're all making to stay at home. And so hopefully we can be a little bit of light for you guys while that's happening. I hope you come back and play with us. As far as Miles and Miles streams at 1 every single Monday through Friday day. At 1 p.m. Eastern, and I stream at least 4 days a week on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, and sometimes some bonus streams here and there. So there will literally be something every single day for you guys. So we hope you'll come and enjoy those things. If you're interested in what we do, join the Discord, join the Baby Bards and the Thornwood Rangers on that Discord, which I will throw in the chat.
Raven.
Yes, I think Dark Raven, you are the survivor.
Raven.
Yes, Dark Raven.
So glad you're here.
Yeah.
Raven.
Sure to sleep though.
Yes,
I know, right?
Sleep time is near for us all.
Get some rest.
Your name
but
means a lot to
I
me. I
wanted to give everybody else a chance to kind of before we break and then come back for our after show Q&A. So if you have questions, feel free to throw them in chat and come back and watch the VOD later, of course, if you can't stay. But I want to give everyone a chance to shout out anything they're currently doing before we break and then come back for that Q&A.
Absolutely. So I stream, as Anne just so lovingly shouted me out, I stream 5 days a week on Geeks for Good. We just finished Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is cooler than you think it is. It's cooler than you think it is. And that's even if you're really excited. I had someone in chat today who opened my eyes, and now I'm so hype. And we can talk about that afterwards because it's the coolest storytelling thing I've seen in a very long time.
Awesome.
Which I did not expect from Square Enix. So I stream that 5 days a week. Next week is going to be, I think it's going to be Warzone week. I'm just going to play Call of Duty Warzone every day. Come join me. Come hang out with me. Anne's like, oh my God, that sounds like hell. It sounds like heaven to me.
I love you, and I hope you have a great time doing that with your community that loves that.
I don't think they do. I'm just doing it. I'm seeing if I can pick up new people.
I'm just doing it because I want to do it.
No, I'm interested to see what happens, right? I've never streamed a game that popular for an entire week. Right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm curious.
Totally.
I'm A/B testing a bunch of shit right now because I saw a bunch of growth and I'm feeling much more stable. And to boot, I also, here's the next thing that I need to tell you about. I run tabletop role playing games. So if you want me to do this for you, go to milesduffield.com. And you can hire me. I have a reduced coronavirus rate right now. And it's only gonna get better. Ginger's still here.
Ginger's still here.
So glad.
Oh boy.
So yeah, check out milesduffield.com. Check out twitch.tv/geeksforgood. Go follow right now, please, and join our Discord. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. And then Dex, do you have anything?
Well, going up very soon, as of this week, your boy's doing TikTok. You like a mythology? Oh, what if the Olympians were in quarantine?
Wait, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Wait.
Themed TikTok.
I'm here for that.
So you can find my TikTok, Afro Tsundere, which is AFRO
Which is the best name.
TSUNDERE. I'm gonna put it in chat.
Do it.
So very soon we're gonna have some content there. So
Great.
look out for it.
Thanks, Not One D. I appreciate
It
that.
is Star Wars week. I know a bunch of people from Veronica's channel. I'm sorry, I forgot to say this, and so that's my bad. It is Star Wars week, and I had the esteemed pleasure to interview Padme Amidala, aka Catherine Tabor,
Yeah, you
from
did.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars. So I will throw that YouTube link right here in chat. You can save it for later. It is a great conversation, and it was part of a fundraising effort for UNICEF to support worldwide COVID-19 relief efforts with UNICEF, and we raised just under $12,000 through the
Nice.
help
Crazy.
of the
Fuck
Star Wars community
me right
and
up.
viewers like you. So you can check out all of that content there if you are interested. Parker, go for it.
I've got a few projects coming along the way, but before I have anything concrete, I'll just say, look out.
Look out. Look out for me.
I'm coming.
Do you
Watch
have like a
out.
social media, Twitter or Instagram you'd like them to follow, perhaps?
To find out about
And I just have my personal one right now. I got to set up all that stuff.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
So you'll
Great.
tell us when you're ready.
Let us know.
Oh, yeah,
Take your time.
And Helena?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok, all as the Magic Llama Mood. I'll also put it in chat
Throw it in
Uh,
chat.
for some weeb stuff.
Helena makes the most relatable and charming content I think that I've seen on YouTube.
It's very
Stop
cute.
it.
That's a
pretty-
that's a
it's pretty-
personal opinion, but
We're trying out here. It's
Yeah.
one of those things where I've been lucky enough to have time during the quarantine to just kind of do stuff.
Yeah.
So
good.
if
Well, I
you
mean, I
if you
think-
want something to watch,
Yeah,
come in.
to
Stop
watch,
underselling
that is a
yourself.
thing.
Cut
you
it
want
out.
something to watch
I know,
and
come on,
something that'll
guys.
make you feel
God,
better.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll be right back, y'all. We're gonna do a
Yeah.
talk back.
See you in just a few
we'll
minutes.
do some just chatting, and I mean, it's just time for us to hang out with y'all. So come hang out. Mwah.
BRB.
All right, be right back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me change
Wop wop wop.
what we're doing
We
because
back.
we're doing some just chatting now. We're just chilling out. We're just hanging.
Yeah.
We're just
Chilling.
chatting.
Just kicking.
So for those of you who are new, because we have a few new people hanging
Yeah.
around, basically what we do after the game is, we do what everybody does after they play D&D, or any other role-playing game where you sit and you have like questions for people. And obviously, we all have deep dark backstories and secrets we can't tell. But we also like are able, we like to open it up to talk about like things that we loved, things that were hard, both like for the good of the communication of the party. And we like to model that kind of behavior because we believe it's important to the mental health of your gaming table for sure to talk about stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But we also just like to compliment each other.
Yeah.
We're wholesome. That's what we're saying.
And we also feel that like you want to talk about your D&D character for 1,000 years, but no one outside of this game wants to.
Yeah.
So listen to you talk about it. So it's a time, and I'm excited to hear. So if you guys have questions, feel free to throw them in chat,
Yeah.
either about the game before or what we did,
Or
today,
about
anything
us
like
as
that.
people is like
Yeah.
totally legitimate. Like this is a chance for us to connect
Yeah.
with you on a person-to-person
On
level
a
because we're
personal
so
level.
engaged during game.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's a conscious choice that we're making to make the podcast better. But we want to
Yeah.
open it up when we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I think
Yeah.
it's awesome to have people watching in other countries. That makes me super happy.
Yeah.
And it's so great to get rated by someone out of country. That's so fucking
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Veronica is so cool,
Yeah.
you guys. She's like she's so cool. But no, she's such a sweetheart. She's a talented singer. So I found her doing Twitch Sings,
Mhm.
Nice.
right?
Mhm.
And we rated with Twitch Sings because she was currently streaming it at the time.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And we discovered her, and not like we discovered her, and she was already had like a great group of people hanging out, but like she was doing a bunch of Disney at the time. So even though the people in our chat were native English speakers, she was singing a lot of songs either in Italian, but it was songs that we knew, right,
Huh.
or in
Mhm.
English. And so I was like, let's do a duet. So I recorded as Pumbaa Hakuna Matata.
Wait, I listened to this. You have a
Yes.
great voice.
Right, I know, she's so great. So she is just such a she's so fabulous and fun. And then when I went again the next time, she was like just listening to Cthulhu Mythos stuff and drawing all sorts of like incredible sketches.
Mm.
And so the camera
What?
was just like focused on what she was drawing, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to be this talented. I just don't. So yeah, so I oftentimes just pop through there just to see what she's up to. And she's a huge Star Wars fan, which like again, so are we. So I was like, yes. So that's Veronica. Not that those of you who are in Veronica's chat need to know about her, but hopefully, if you guys are interested, you'll go check out Veronica Cartoon and give her a follow
That's
as well
super cool.
after this.
That's so
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man,
love
Yeah.
that.
what a game that was.
Yeah, that was really fun.
What a game.
Yeah.
That was intense.
I am so excited about the swarm. And also terrified, but like excited, also nervous sighted, we'll say. And I feel God in this Chili's tonight. No, I feel
Damn it.
super, I guess, fascinated to see what that's going to yield, right? Like if they are misunderstood or if Amaruk yet again is like giving people too much benefit of the doubt, like all that stuff.
Yes.
Mhm.
I mean, it looks like
Yeah.
searching for a place to just either live or just be. So
Yeah.
I'm not seeing the whole main branch swarm
Ugh.
from planet to planet, like consuming all they can. I mean, that's just the optimist in me, you know?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really excited to hear that we can finally stick it to Elo Catch. And I like really
yeah.
I was also excited about the fact that we finally got to like take all of our information from all of our political intrigue conversations at the beginning of this arc, right? And then actually get to use it. That was really fun, even though I couldn't find
Right.
it in my notebook. But finally,
Same.
I found it in my Rook of the Raven notebook, because each thing is like divided by locations and sessions. So I flipped back to the party and then I streamed, like I went through the party and I was like, oh my God, I can actually find the notes when I need them. And I am like a diligent note taker.
Yeah, you are.
Mhm.
Want a notebook tour from you.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my God, it's the ravings of a mad woman. Oh,
But probably really cool.
What
yeah. Maybe I'll do that
regardless.
maybe I'll give everybody a notebook tour on the Patreon.
That's a good idea. What
Seems like a
does
cool thing to do.
what does GDR mean, Ginger?
What?
I think they're just asking what the system is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Starfinder.
So yeah, so someone want to explain Starfinder?
Yeah, so Starfinder.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about like origins of Starfinder.
Yeah.
From D&D 3.5, Pathfinder was created and is like kind of a more intense rules wise. It's fixed a couple of problems with the 3.5 rules, but mostly it just added option on option on option on option on option. But it was really, really popular because it was, I mean, one, because the world that it was created alongside of it is so cool. It has everything you could ever want. From like
The lore is incredible, and it is really built, I think, as an RPG. Original Pathfinder was built for those power gamers who wanted crunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you want dinosaurs, you can have dinosaurs. If you want classic fantasy, you can have classic fantasy. Do you want some Rome slave allegory? We got that for you too. Oh, you want Terminator scorpions fighting against Conan people? Yeah, we got that. We got that in the pocket as well. All in our original world. It's an amazing weird place. It's absolutely incredible.
GDR means RPG in Italian.
It's so cool. Thank you so much for that. That's so awesome. So from that, Paizo, who created Pathfinder, after many, many years, started developing a spacefaring version of Pathfinder, rather, called Starfinder.
Yeah.
And it came out a couple years ago, fucking 3 years ago now, right?
Yeah.
And actually, my channel was one of the first people to stream it. I was super happy. And it's deeply space fantasy in a way that very few things are. Because
it's like even more space fantasy than Star Wars is. Like it has its own aliens and all of those different ancestries to choose from, but it also is like really rich in magic. And of course, we were playing as Gundam bugs or Bugdams or whatever. Bugums, they're Bugums. And so we were playing as those, so you didn't see as many of our individual like magical abilities and stuff like that today, which is totally fine. but yeah, it's really an interestingly, like, I liked in our first game when Miles and Helena and I were all playing together. I played an elf because I wanted to see, like, what's a space elf, what is that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so you can still be any of those classic fantasy ancestries if you want to.
Yeah.
But they also offer a whole new spectrum of, and we have an android, we have um we're all aliens from that world. We didn't
Yeah.
pick any of the original ancestries.
You guys are all weirdos. And we
Yeah.
had a werewolf as well this time. The moment that I
Yeah.
fell in love with Starfinder
Mm.
was reading the description of the worlds, and there's like a Saturn kind of parallel world that has a big ring around it, and the core rulebook describes the rings as having these little fire elementals that dance along the ice
Yes.
shelves,
Yeah.
and these huge
Yeah.
space whales that
Yeah.
gobble them up, dancing up and
Space
down. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just
Like-
so
Yeah.
good.
Like-
The imagery is just so cool, and if you're familiar with the original, like, gods and stuff, it kind of reimagines them for
Yeah.
what would happen years and years later as people continue to relate to those, I
Mhm.
guess, toolboxes and stuff. Sorry, Parker, you were saying?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that if anyone's curious about any of the supplemental material, check it out, like the Packed Worlds one or like the Alien Archives. I love scrolling through the Alien Archives and seeing all the playable races and all the
Mhm.
illustrations
Yeah.
that the artists make. It
Oh,
is
yeah.
just mind
Um,
descriptions and how, like, because they're from different planets, their physiology is different and how their
Yeah.
culture is.
Mm-hmm.
It is mind blowing.
Like, we're playing very humanoidy
Mhm.
things, right? And one of the cool things about Starfinder is if you want to be like a slug, you can be a slug. Like, if you want to be like sentient
Slugs are
goo,
cool.
like, there's an option
Slug
for you.
cult.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Or a
It's
bug
so
person.
weird.
Yeah.
Yep, we're a bug
Do-
person.
Do you want to be a tiny body attached to like a big
Brain.
floating brain? There's an option for that.
Yeah, it's
It's
so
cool.
crazy.
It's remarkably
Yeah.
cool. I love the non-Terran racials options in that game.
Yeah.
You can be
Mhm.
like a floating cloud of gas or like a jellyfish
Mhm.
creature.
Yeah.
ooh.
It's-
A Baratheon, like
like the amount oh my god, and Packed Worlds won several Ennies for its content. Like, it's
Yeah.
so in depth, and the best part about the books that they've published is that they're perfect RPG books because they are 100% plot hooks.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Packed Worlds is 100% plot hooks, to the point
Yeah.
where, like, I don't get enough information out of it personally, because I
Yeah.
want more, because it's just like, well, what if this
Yeah,
happened?
yeah.
And what about
Well,
this?
literally,
And how
we've
about
talked-
if this was, but maybe it's not, but it's up to you, okay?
Yeah.
yeah. Well, the thing that always, like, we've talked about it a couple of times, but literally, like, Vlaka is just a plot hook. It's just these lupine, like, wolf humanoids come from an ice planet or orbiting a dying star,
Yeah.
and they are incredibly good diplomats because of that, because they've had to expand from their normal world. And I was like, that's it? It's like 2 sentences.
Yep.
And I wanted to be a dog, so I went with it. Normally I like the deeper ones. Like, I thought about the Sheeran because of the breaking away from the swarm and stuff like that. Like, there's so many things, but I think the writers at Paizo are just so good at making an emotional appeal, so that if you're someone who wants to believe deeply in a mission and a purpose for your character,
Yeah.
like, there's so many, not just for the GM, but there's so many ways for you to jump in as a player and find a way to attach yourself to the world, in a way that, like, really means something to you. And that's
Each
certainly
culture.
what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each culture that is even talked about briefly is so rich. I know, like, the Vlaka thing, only a couple
Mhm.
sentences, but you learn so much from those sentences and you want to build on that.
Yeah.
I wanted to be
Yeah.
a Kasathan or a Kasathan, as I've heard people say,
Oh.
because of the idea of a world ship. Casathans are also kind of fleeing from an old home, a dying star orbiting planet, and live on this ship just full of millions of people. And then they just kind of send their young out when they get to a certain age to be like,
Yeah.
see, everything else sucks. You'll come back.
Yeah,
And
they
of
have like
course,
a
most of them don't.
Casathan Rumspringa.
Yeah, seriously.
Mhm.
Worst week 16 ever. But yeah, I just think like even the smallest of sentences in the book like brings you on a little bit of an adventure and
Yeah.
you want to just add to it.
And we play, I know someone was mentioning, I think Ginger said that their party tends to stick with classic fantasy and D&D, and
Mhm.
I totally get that. Like
Mhm.
I have other groups that like all we do is play D&D, and I don't mean to be like all we do is play D&D. I love D&D. I play
Right.
too much D&D, probably for a person, but I think that one of the things that this group really enjoys, and part of it is like, not to blow smoke up Miles's ass so he doesn't kill us next week, but Miles kind of was the first person to model to me the behavior of like, oh, I can just learn a new system and try to play it. Like
Yes.
enough. And so I was
Yeah.
like, I should do that. Like there's so many people writing incredible things. Ooh, you have a
It's
missive.
Leah.
Hello.
It's Leah.
Hello.
It's
Hi.
Leah Bean.
Wanna come say hi?
Hello.
It's my lovely partner, Leah.
Bean.
Hi,
Um,
everyone.
Welcome.
Who
Hello.
brought me
We're,
cookies? Tell us
we're
about these
having-
cookies.
I
Yeah.
made.
You
I went foraging for dandelion flowers, and I made some dandelion flower honey shortbread cookies for the flower full moon that's
Ooh.
tonight.
I'm so proud of you.
That's
nice.
tonight?
That's true.
That makes
yeah.
sense.
Hmm.
That makes
Yay.
so much sense. Of course
You're
it's a
saying it
full
makes
moon
sense.
tonight.
Of course, it's a full moon tonight.
And there's
Yes.
Yeah.
some meteor showers still
Meteor
going on.
shower's still going on.
Are you copying
Watching
people?
this process
Wait,
is so
yeah.
fascinating.
Pulls up a moon app.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, bro.
Yeah, so we play a lot of different systems together, and we've actually recorded some of those, and I hope you guys are interested in
Yeah,
hearing
they're
them,
coming.
because we're
Oh,
thinking
Lord,
about
they
trying to
coming.
get those released, edited and released, because we were between when we finished the first arc of Starfinder, so we did about 40 to 50, I can't remember, like 40 hours of content and about 10 episodes total. For the first arc. And then we were like, okay, it's time to release these. And then we were like, okay, well, between the first arc and the second arc, let's move to Twitch and record there. But during that time, we ended up playing a bunch of different systems. And that was very fun. And I definitely want to get those released to you guys at some point so
Two
that
out
you
of
can
3 are done in
hear them,
editing,
because
and they just have
they're
to have
just
some
so
stuff
cool.
recorded. Sorry, she didn't hear that. 2 out of 3 of those are done in editing, and they just have to
Oh,
get intros
shit.
and outros recorded.
Ooh.
This is
Oh,
what
2
I,
of the
this is
cameras
how I feel
switched.
about that. 2 of the cameras
Oh.
switched.
Jabby. Wait, did they? Yeah, it's Lena and Parker
It
are
happens
now
to
in
the
switch
best of us.
places.
Helena, you can
Oh,
turn off and
no.
turn back on again. All right, are you leaving?
It's
Yeah,
chaos.
you got it.
Give me a kiss.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you.
That's nice. That's a nice.
Did I fix it?
Amazing. I love that in
Wonderful.
the middle it just says "lil bitch."
Little
The
Little
little
bitch.
bitch. We've been exposed as to the
No.
professionalism of our behind.
Oh
no!
They saw.
It's me, little bitch.
It's me,
coming
your
at you
girl,
live.
little bitch, otherwise known as the Magic Llama. Bwah, 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 little bitch.
Oh my god.
Um,
Stop.
amazing. So
Just a little bit.
good. This is what you get
Oh
if you
my
stick around for the
God.
after show. You get fucking chaos.
How are the
Um,
cookies, Miles?
So Miles, what
They are
happens in your
good.
mind
Fuck.
where people are just like, we want avatar suits, and then you just design a whole thing in 2 seconds? I cannot fathom. How-
I didn't have a word of prep for today.
Yeah, so you were already kind of flying.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
just I don't know.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah. No, I am okay. I'm in the middle of DM block. I've been in DM
Mm.
block for 2 weeks.
That's fair.
And
You're
it's-
playing a lot of games.
Yeah, I'm running 6 games every week.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
it's It's a fucking lot. And the DM block is driving me absolutely up the goddamn wall, and I don't know what
Mm.
to like. I'm doing all the typical writer shit, which is just like kind of you just do it and you stop worrying about
Mhm.
quality.
Yeah.
But like I world built yesterday. Every Wednesday at 7:00 p.m.
Yeah.
I do world building on my channel, and I like Leah came down to hang out with me, and like everything was fine and good, but like I could not get a single fucking idea out of my head.
Mm.
Um,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and so I was unable to do a lot of prep for this game. I like
Yeah.
barely was able to even figure out something that could be a question that I could ask
Mm-hmm.
on the poll, right?
Hmm.
So I kind of had to just go into this blind. I knew two things. I knew that you were going to encounter the Swarm Queen if you didn't try to kill all those swarm people in the very beginning,
Mhm.
right?
Hmm.
And I knew that that they were going to try to send you up against this thing that you went up against.
Yeah.
Other than that, I didn't really know.
Did you know last week that we were going to Elo's world, or did that just happen today?
That was the result of a poll.
Mm.
Okay, so I love
Good
you
to know.
guys on Patreon, but also fuck you.
What the hell, man?
The
You made us
Kingfisher
portal
isn't
jump?
even on this planet. Our branded ship isn't here. There's no Millennium Falcons. I don't know what to do.
But we're bug magical
We
girls,
can
so
I mean, we are
make
that.
friends with the swarm. I am full team swarm. This is a mood. I want to have my own little mini swarm. I want to make little hives across the planet. It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah. There was a minute there where Amaruk was like considering like if they hadn't promised like we'll be friends and see how it goes, right? Which is what they said. It wasn't super specific, right? But I don't think the swarm is many, right? So it's kind of hard for the swarm to be specific based on all of the communication we had, right?
Mhm.
This is kind of the
Mhm.
best you can expect
Right.
based on our experience. But I was 100% ready to be like, Swarm, you can have me if you promise not to like come to our planet. Like I'll let the swarm live in the queen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I would have
Mm.
had
Oof.
words.
I actually would
but-
have also like. I really want
I
this
don't think your crew
for
would have allowed
me.
that.
I
Well,
would have
I
been
mean,
Dabby
like,
would
it's
have
oh,
been
I
like,
want
and
it
but
that's all
included.
wait,
well and
but what
good.
about
Okay,
the
but
little
like,
one with
could it be
bunches of
me?
arms?
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm here for
Because
it.
she's I don't know. I don't know what Amaruk is. Amaruk is going through something, and it's not like she's going through it and everything is terrible. Like she's just going through some realizations about like who she has to be a queen.
Mhm.
Um
Mhm.
and thinks I hate it. Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't
Listen,
know what the fuck was gonna happen.
I
Yeah.
love it.
And I don't know what the fuck
That's awesome.
happened in my brain for making up the beggars. That's Bug Jaeger. Um,
The
Hmm.
beggars.
Beggars. A beggars
You know,
dozen.
beggars can't be choosers though.
you weren't. I chose for you.
I know.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
I honestly, this is just pressing so many like fantasy buttons for me
Mm-hmm.
because before we were doing like the more, I guess, number crunchy housekeeping stuff
Yeah.
for the entire colony, which I love me some civilization building games. Like I'm a
Yeah.
StarCraft fan, so as
Mhm.
soon as I found out that there was a swarm in this game, I was thinking, I'm Kerrigan now. I will be the Queen of Blades. Give me this, please.
Oh
So
no!
that could be like a little
Didn't
a
know
little
that.
hive mini game. Yeah, yeah. So this you
Oh.
unwittingly
Mini
put one of
game.
my favorite things into a game without
Yeah.
me even asking.
Oh, so
And
good.
in real life, I'm actually part of a Facebook group where because quarantine just has people doing random stuff. It's
Mhm.
literally a group where we just pretend to be bees in a hive, and there's another one where we're just ants in a colony, and it's just people
Yeah,
doing really silly things, but it's nice and supportive.
for
So
sure.
we stay
Wait,
in a
that's
hive mind.
wholesome.
It is, yeah.
We stay in a hive. Yeah.
Fun fact. Was having foot pains before, so I was like, oh no, I can't make it back to base. And then literally hundreds of people were like, lift up the ant, carry back to base. So
Oh,
it's
that's
a great
Aw.
nice.
boost to my ego as a Leo. So
That's
yeah,
so nice.
Aw.
Yes. Wait, you're a Leo too?
Leo Moon,
Okay.
Gotcha.
What's your sun?
Capricorn Sun.
Ant.
boy.
Okay.
Ant group.
Yeah.
Ant clan.
Ginger, yeah,
Ants.
Gingerfield says I'm in the ant group too.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Love you, Dark Raven. Thanks for
Thank you
stopping
for
by,
stopping
man. It's been
by.
so great having y'all.
Yeah, go
Absolute
sleep. Oh
pleasure.
my
Yeah,
god.
by all
Thank
means.
you for chilling until 4:30. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We
Thank
hope you come
you.
back
Buonanotte.
this week.
Yes.
And come hang out with me sometime at a more reasonable hour. My God.
What are you trying to say, Miles? No.
Nothing. What does that
Yeah,
mean?
nothing.
like-
Just that time zones exist.
That's what? Yeah.
I know. I'm giving you shit. Yeah, this game was very fun and definitely what I needed to. I don't know. I feel like a lot of my characters are in these like very difficult decision making places, and it's not to say that like decisions should be easy in these games, just like I felt really stuck or like emotionally drained, and so it's nice to play like it's honestly refreshing to play a I mean, she's not a meathead, right? Like she has some intelligence, right? But it's cool to play a character where like I don't have a lot of the answers. Like you guys have to do a lot
Yeah.
of the stuff and I can jump down and start kicking shit in if I need to, but I don't really have that toolbox. You know, I can't hack. I don't have magical abilities that aren't attached to attacks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so it makes it very interesting for sure. Gingerfield says lift for the queen.
Yes.
What is this ant group though?
I'm telling you, hive minds, they're just so comfy. It's like
What is
a
happening?
wholesome cult.
Jabby is gone. Jabby has disappeared from his chair.
Yeah,
Are you
My
he's
rice machine
speaking
went
from the
off.
abyss.
rice machine went off? Amazing.
Oh,
I'm trying to make sure
Oh,
nothing
man.
burns. Ow. It's me. I'm burning.
Wow.
I'm excited to see how this goes because by my count, we've taken care of the serum, right? And the lab data because we blew up that area, right?
Yes.
Lab data is in the supercomputer that you're approaching.
Oh, lab data is next, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
And
next.
then-
That's the next level.
Yeah, and then we have to get to the bridge.
Yes.
Now, my only concern is how we get down.
Parker has wings.
Have wings.
That's one
Kester
person.
can carry us.
Yeah, we might have to like ride it down and parkour off of it like
Parkour off
Ahsoka
parkour.
Tano on the backs of ships, but
That'd be cool.
it'll be fine.
I'm very dexterous, so it'll be fine.
I mean, I do have some gravity changing things, right? So I can stick myself to stuff and run up
Right.
walls
And I'll
run
stick
down
myself
walls.
to you while you stick yourself to
Great.
stuff.
I mean, that's fine.
Great.
I'm sure it'll be
Backpack.
fine.
Sounds great.
Also, please draw that by all means. You just piggybacking
Yes.
me while we desperately run as bugs.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I want.
Like,
Desperate
you
bug
know,
run.
my bug suit is a little
Yeah.
smaller, and that's why I picked it.
Just a little small.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right,
Assuming
y'all.
we're still in the suits by then.
Thank you so much for hanging out.
Probably.
This was an absolute
Yeah.
pleasure. Dex, come say back. Come say bye.
I'm
before
so
you-
sorry.
You leave. Yeah, it's quite all right.
We're good.
You
There was,
okay?
just, there
Dex
was
is
a little mini rice crisis, but we're fine now.
Racist.
a racist.
Yeah.
Dino racist.
It was a problem.
Amazing. I was like, Dex, I love you. We're on Twitch. Where are you?
I'm so sorry. Yes.
Lift. All right, y'all. Thank you.
Amazing.
This was an absolute pleasure. I can't wait for next week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll be playing Destiny tomorrow with
I
Singer and
Nice.
the rest of
Might
the crew.
be.
Are you not coming?
Hopefully I
and
can.
Hanging out? What the fuck?
Well, I mean, it's just a matter of I have work that has to be
What
done.
the fuck, Ann?
It's people on the West Coast. I can't. It's all. I'm a time
No one cares
traveler.
about your West Coast.
Okay, well, I do because that's where my money comes from. So my plan is to be there by all means. I don't have anything right now that says it's supposed to happen. So hopefully I will be there. But if not, you should still go.
No, absolutely. I mean, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I am going to stream with or without you. I'll just miss you.
Yeah, I know.
Just miss you.
I want to be there because I haven't played any Destiny in a really long time.
Really? Me too.
Yeah, I've been playing Sea of Thieves like a what.
Mm.
Oh, you shifted. Wow, I didn't
It's
think
because
you
no one has been playing Destiny with me. The last
shift
time
from
I did a
game to
Destiny
game.
stream, I was like, so it's just me on the moon.
Oh
Around.
no.
No one cares.
Moons are so
Not
lonely.
Worst.
yeah.
That's how I
So
feel all the
I
time.
feel like a lot of folks have migrated away from that game.
It's always kind of a wave, you
Yeah.
know.
Mm.
I I I I I need to come back to it. I miss it.
I'm
It's a good
hoping to
time.
play Destiny on Sunday, but I might or no, sorry, I'm playing Sea of Thieves on Sunday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Too much Sea of Thieves. I mean, no such thing. But I don't
You know,
know.
the
I
thing-
can
the
only
thing
do that
that's
game
different-
like once a month. I can't. I
The
am
thing
so.
the thing that makes it work for me, Miles, is
Mhm.
pretending to actually be a pirate.
See, I don't think
So-
I enjoy that nearly as much as
Oh
you
man,
do.
we role play in that game like what, and like a lot of the time it's like me and Chris,
Yeah.
my friend Chris, just like going around and like we just make each other laugh so much that it's so ridiculous. Like he will just decide to do random things like jump off cliffs and see if we live and stuff like that. Like so it's you should
That's
come.
good.
It's not you're not coming for like a premium 4-person galleon PvP extravaganza.
Oh well, that doesn't
like,
exist in Sea of Thieves.
That's not a thing. Like we're two
Right.
people on a sloop, at best 3 people, just trying to make it work. And I usually spend the time, once we've got the ship going in the right way, I start playing my instruments and making up sea shanties.
Oh,
So, like,
that's the
good.
game for
See,
me.
that's fun. My problem
Shanties.
with Sea of Thieves is also the best part about it, which is that as soon as we start playing and everyone's gotten the ship set
Yeah.
up and everything's good, I can't not kill anyone that I see. I
See-
like really I try really hard to be good, and like we've tried to make alliances and I'm just like I'm gonna drop a keg in a hold. Let me just and I get really quiet.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's so funny for me about it is like yesterday I was on with Matt from the community and Psy Guy
Yeah.
from the community over on the
I
Geeks
saw
for
you guys
Good.
playing.
I almost said Twitch, but I meant Discord.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
we were playing, and we really were not trying to kill people, but there was someone who was just such an asshole to us that we were leaving, right?
Yeah.
So they were doing a skull fort, which is
Yeah.
basically they had pulled their ship up to do an event, right?
Mhm.
And we pulled up and we offered to start an alliance with them so that we could both do it together and share in the
Right.
spoils, right?
Mhm.
And they never responded. And we were like, okay. And then we went by. We were like, okay, well, they're not into it, but we don't want to like fight them necessarily because we don't know if we can take them on, and we have another thing that we want to get done.
Yeah.
So we
Mhm.
started we just like passed by them and didn't shoot them, but one of their guys, like 2 people, came over, got on our boat, and just put like explosives on our boat and started trying to kill us.
Oh
And
no.
that's when I was like, I'm gonna need you to step off for a second because I'm gonna have to destroy your boat. So then they were busy doing the skull fort, and we were like, we had started to go away because it was clear that they were just being like, you better run, you better get away. Like they weren't trying to sink us; they were just trying to warn us. You know what I mean? That if you mess with us, this is what you'll get. And so what ended up happening was we started pulling away, and then Sai was like, "No," and I was like, "No, what?" And he was like, "No. That's not how this works. Man the guns." And so we went back and we just shot the hell out of them. And we didn't end up sinking them, but like we were like, okay, listen, we were nice. We were just gonna leave you here to finish your event, but we're
Mhm.
gonna make it harder for you now. And we did. And it was great.
Nice.
So those are the kinds of things that we do.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So come on by.
That's amazing. Come on by, watch the chaos. All right,
Yeah.
y'all. Thank you so much. We're actually gonna go this time, I think.
We are. It's time.
Done with sea shanties and stories.
Yeah.
Never. Come back
Mwah.
next Thursday. Come back, see Hearthsinger, see me play. See. Oh God.
He's
Ah.
dying.
Burps.
Ah!
They
Keep the
come.
story alive.
see more of these wonderful people next Thursday. It's 7:00 p.m. Eastern Time.
Oh.
Oh,
What was the name? What was the name of the corporate birthday party?
Trisha. Happy birthday, Trisha.
Trisha, oh Trisha, I love you so
And I'll miss
much.
ya.